roll into it. Let's get ready to podcast.
We should get Michael Buffer to introduce our show. That'd be awesome.
That would be way too much money. We can't afford that.
And now,
Do it. Hey, Brink, do a good one, and then Jesus will just roll into it. That's a pretty cool intro. Go ahead.
He gets like $1 million a gig.
I don't know what he would say.
I fucking hate Comcast. I'm so fucking over their shit. It pisses me off.
We're
Okay.
talking about happy stuff. Mr. Angry.
There's no reason I should have a strict, not NAT type. There's no reason at all.
Oh, you
Not
know
when
what I
I'm-
did? Hey, buy a new router, which I did. Do you have a new router, or are you using their router?
I'm using their router.
I just bought a new router. It was
That's a problem.
$100. It's a router modem combination, and everything's open.
Does Comcast? Can you use it with Comcast?
Yeah, you can use it with Comcast, and you'll save $10 a month because you won't have to buy their rent. You won't have to rent their thing.
Will you send me a link to it so I can buy it?
Yeah, look up the same one. I bought it at. It was
Or you
$100.
could just open your ports, man.
I've already opened my ports. I've opened certain ports to play Destiny. And
You
it's
haven't
still strict.
opened them good enough.
I have done everything that I was supposed to do, and I'm so pissed about it because it sucks. And I'm paying for 100 megs, and my son has trouble. I have trouble. This is why my computer shit's not working. I'm just fucking over this shit. It's ridiculous. And then they're fucking want to cap my shit. Fuck you, Comcast.
Okay, it sounds gangster. Capture shit. Okay, for reals, we'll get. Are you ready, Jesus?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's get ready to podcast.
Welcome to the Horrible Gamers Podcast, episode 55. I am one of your hosts, Jesus Walks a Lot, and today I'm joined by everybody on HGP for once. Buck. Everybody made it, the first time in 6 months now. We're all here. The whole gang got together. We're back. We're making a comeback. And to start things off, we got IAMS.
Hey, Jesus, you know what? The way you said that, you sounded as if you were the one who shows up every week and none of us show up. So, I'd like to extend a middle finger your way.
Fuck you. And then we got Rob.
Oh, me? Cool.
Yeah,
Hello.
yeah.
Yes.
Hello, Rob. How's it
Man,
going?
you sound like complete shit, man.
I know. And then we got Brink of Eternity.
What's up, bruv?
What's up, bro? It's been a while.
For sure.
And Captain Hook.
I'm just mad. Let's do this
Already?
shit.
This week.
Like 10 seconds of the show.
Dude, I've told you I'm over this crap. I'm
This
tired
is
of it. It's just shit pisses me off.
Whoa, bro. I know you didn't. I know you didn't like podcasting. You just told us.
No,
Yeah.
it's not this. It's companies that just screw people over for no reason. And it pisses me off. That I have to go freaking buy a $100 router so my shit's not strict.
Dude,
Well, you know what?
it's worth
Comcast
it, man.
sucks. It's worth it because you won't have to even think about it. It will just run more.
I'm gonna take the old router back to Comcast, tell the people to bend over and just shove it right up in there.
The guy didn't do nothing to you. He's just working.
So
I don't know.
this is the last time that Hook will be on our show. Next week he will be in prison for
He's
raping
looking for
someone.
Hook on the national news.
I mean, what internet do y'all have?
I don't like to disclose that information.
Dude, I had
Man.
Comcast for many years and I never had that problem.
I never did it until I moved here to my new townhouse, and I don't know why here. They're just like, well, it's just because of where you live. I'm like, how the hell does that matter? If I was living a mile down the street, it was fine, but a mile up here, it's strict. There's no reason. It doesn't make any sense. Why, if it's a strict NAT type or a non-open NAT type, it makes no sense whatsoever.
Ah,
Have you looked into that shit? It's stupid. I'm sorry. I'm rattling
Dude,
on.
did you hard reset your Xbox?
I've hard reset. Dude, I went in and opened all my ports for Destiny and all the games I'm playing.
Did you check the ports and make sure they were actually open?
Yes, I've done everything. I went in and manually opened them and typed them in.
Well, yes, but you still have to check them with the port checker tool and make sure it actually worked.
Yeah. I've done everything, and I'm so mad about it, and I'm always having problems.
Did you do port forwarding or port triggering?
I did forward the ports.
We'll try setting up port triggering.
I suggest buying a new one because you'll actually save $10 a month, so it's worth it.
Yeah, I'll spend that in 10 months and not have to. I'm just over Comcast. That's the only thing we can get out here. I called Frontier and they're like, "Oh, we have DSL and you can get 3 megabytes a month, 3 megabytes down." I'm like, "Holy shit!" And and then Comcast I'm paying for what, 50 or 100?
But it doesn't work.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid. It drives me crazy. It drives me freaking crazy. Sorry, I'll get off my. Do y'all have that problem down there, Rob? Do you have that problem down there?
No,
Rob,
not at all.
Rob's the king of New Zealand. He has like the best internet you can afford.
Yeah, it surprises me because you're not the only person who has this issue, Hook, and it surprises me just how backwards sometimes your internet sounds because we don't have those issues over here at all.
I call Comcast and I'm talking to the internet guy and he's like, it said it just happens sometimes. There's nothing you can do. I'm like, why does it happen? We don't know why it happens. It just happens. That makes no sense.
It's not even an answer.
whatsoever.
It's the system.
Really?
We
That's what-
want to help you.
Yeah, he's like you can try
what
open your
support tells
porters, but we don't know how to do that.
Happens. Seems to be you, bro.
Hook was probably talking to like some customer service guy. I didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
I don't understand. If someone could explain to me why a closed port or an open port or strict NAT, the difference between like a strict and a non-strict NAT without changing stuff. Why do you have that strict NAT? What do you do to have that?
All I did was port. I think it was port forwarding, and like my Xbox is fine. Is always open net, no matter what.
Do you think it's because like I live in townhouses and there's like 3 rows and everybody has it and it?
No, I mean I live like in a townhouse thing, and like, I'm fine.
I guess I'm gonna start looking it up. I'm gonna research this week, write a report about it, and report back to y'all next week.
You submit your report back to HGP headquarters, and we'll review your work.
Sorry, it's just stressful, and it's when my son's trying to play and he's coming here saying, "Well, I can't join anybody's party and I can't join anybody's this." It's stupid that I'm paying Comcast $70 a month and I'm supposed to be able to do all this.
Get rid of your Walmart router, bro.
Well, yeah. So I'm gonna look up that one that Sean sent me, and maybe it is the router. Comcast is pieces of crap anyway.
It will be the router. There are routers out there. I mean, if we typically have any issues, and we don't have them very often, but just go buy a Netgear one, and those are the best routers I've ever used. Easy to work.
My mom had.
I mean, or have Comcast switch out their router. It might just be that router you have specifically is broken.
I'd leave the company, to be honest. I'd just tell them to go fuck off.
Well, they can, but you can't. Then you're not going to have internet.
Yeah, they're the only internet provider out there for him.
Hook,
That's
take
what
your
I
router
can't
to the Comcast, your local Comcast store, and tell them you want a new one. I've done
Yeah,
that before. They'll give
Yeah,
it
I
to you.
mean, I did that with Frontier. I had an old router. I upgraded my speed. It wasn't fast enough. And they just legit sent me a new router because they were like, "Oh, you have an old router that doesn't support that. You need a new one." So they sent me a new one.
Well, I mean, I just got this. When did I move in here? In February?
Yeah, but it might be broken. It might be used.
So just take it back and say, "Hey, I want a new router."
Yeah, but I don't think this one works.
All right, I'll do that this week.
You have that right, man. You're paying money, so your money. So if you're not happy with something, fucking go tell them about it. Mm-hmm. And it's much harder to tell someone to fuck off on when you're in person. On the phone, you can just accidentally hang up on someone. I may or may not have done that in the past.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're a podcast about games.
Sorry, I got out.
Hey, it's gaming related. A lot of people struggle with that.
It's true. Anyways, if you have a router that's shitty by any service provider, internet service provider, just either fix it or buy a new one, or return it to them. Because the truth is, you're paying for this router every month, and you're a valued customer to them, regardless if you're paying $5 or $10 a month. And just return it.
You have
Throw it
rights.
at 'em. I used to have this Motorola surfboard router. It worked amazing. Never had a problem. And then they told me we couldn't use it anymore and made us start renting one.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. Anyways,
well, you can handle the speeds.
Anyways, join the Horrible Gamers Facebook group at www.facebook.com/groups/Horrible Gamers, spelled with the Z, /. Also, leave us a voicemail at 504-475-4497. You won't get anybody to pick up that phone. It just goes straight to voicemail. Leave us a voicemail, everybody. And also, email us at horriblegamerspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts, your questions. You need advice on what game you want to play next, or what console you should buy, or if the Nintendo is actually worth fucking buying into nowadays. You never know. We'll let you know. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, of course, Horrible Gamers Podcast, and follow us on Twitter at Horrible Gamers. Welcome to the new community members, Nick Lingo, Matthew Skaggs, and sorry if I mispronounced your name, but La Mubin, or Moving? I don't know how to say your name, dude. Anyways, welcome. And I believe we have one voicemail this week, if you guys can pull that up.
Yeah, I got it right here, man. You want to play it?
Yeah, go ahead and play it. It's for Brandon Lloyd.
Yeah, we're getting terrible echo. Huh? Is it on my end?
Some are echoing bad.
Hold on, I'm going to try to keep talking.
Okay, well, he pulls up that voicemail. Let's talk Silent Hills. Oh, we got a lot of that coming up next. Also, today, we're going to talk games with gold for both Xbox and PlayStation Plus. What you guys' thoughts are on that. Also, Witcher 3 and all that other good shit, because this all looks interesting. Batman, guys, are you ready for that game?
I am Batman.
Are you?
That's gonna be something. Yeah. Dude, I think Batman's gonna be a really good game.
This is the first M-rated Batman game coming out for a while, you know, it's like, damn.
You know what?
It actually is the first M-rated Batman game coming out, isn't it?
It is. I don't know how they're going to make it M-rated, to be honest.
Well,
it was always a fairly
assuming-
violent game, but
I'm assuming they have a
No,
lot
Batman
of...
never kills anybody.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
assuming
but
this
Batman
one
never
they have
kills
blood
anybody.
or something, or he kills somebody.
Maybe it just.
I'm
gets
not saying
naked.
I'm Batman, but have you ever seen us in the same room together? So.
yeah, I'd never pick the resemblance myself. But you know, Batman's this fine, good-looking man who's in impeccable shape, and then there's you, who's quite the opposite.
And he's a billionaire.
I just had it, Larry.
And he's a billionaire.
Maybe
No,
you could be the Penguin, maybe.
Penguin. Hey, have y'all watched Gotham? Penguin's pretty good on it. But no, it comes out on the 23rd. I am picking it up. I will buy it.
Yeah.
I was going to get The Witcher 3, but I think I'm going to get Batman instead. I won't have to put hours and hours and hundreds of hours into it.
The Witcher 3 looks amazing. I really want to get it, but it's like, fuck, I'm scared of that commitment.
My son is saying no to The Witcher 3.
Why?
Why? Why not The Witcher 3?
No, well, neither of them.
He says no to neither of them.
Because Batman, I think you could, because I've had Arkham City and Arkham Origins.
He thinks Batman is what?
All of them are the same.
He says they're all the same. All the Batmans are the same, so that I shouldn't play it. They're all the same anyway.
Oh, yeah, every Call of Duty is the same. What the fuck?
Jesus says all the Call of Duties are the same, but you still play those. Well, he said you can shut up, Jesus.
I mean, you can argue that all the Batmans are the same, but I think this one's actually going to be different. Because can you drive the vehicles in this one, like the Batmobile and shit like that?
I haven't seen a lot of gameplay. All I've seen is sort of trailers of what's
Yeah.
coming, but it doesn't show a lot of gameplay, more cinematics again. So, don't know. I really don't
But
know.
I think the like when you drive the Batmobile, it's gonna be more scripted than you just driving around everywhere.
Well, Batman's an open world game, so it can't be too scripted in terms of what you can do. So if they're going to put vehicles in the game, then you should be able to fly them pretty much anywhere. or drive them wherever.
Do you think that's going to ruin a bunch of the game? Because I remember flying through the city and dropping down and fighting people and everything in Arkham City. Do you think just throwing a thing in there so you can race there real quick and run over people are going to ruin a bunch of it?
Yeah, I actually don't see how they can put vehicles in it for that reason. Because I mean, Batman doesn't kill people. If you run someone over, you are kind of killing them.
Do you think they'll have like, tell the Joker in the Batmobile, and people hate telling games?
I don't think so. I think driving will be one of those things that they put in as part of the mission, but most of the time you're just going to be using Batman skill set to get you around the city. It'll just be easier. I would hate to think that they're going to change the dynamics too much.
Well, I think it's going to be good. I really liked the first two. Origins was okay, but I think they're going to change this one up a lot.
I just hope they don't change the gameplay too much, because the gameplay is what makes that game a lot of fun.
I just like the shooting, the going in and fighting people and the fight mechanics. I think those were pretty much my favorite parts of Batman. I didn't really care about going through the city, and I'd never found all the clues,
Riddler's jokes and all that sort of thing.
The Riddler's jokes and all that stuff. I liked playing through the game, and I thought Arkham City had an amazing story.
It did. It really did. I mean, it was probably the best story of the lot, and I did everything in Batman. I found all the Riddler's jokes and all those types of things. I really get into that sort of stuff. That's what drags me into a game and keeps me in it. It's similar things in The Witcher. There's those little things that you can go and hunt and collect that keep me in a game for ages on end.
Yeah, the Batman is fun. Once you master that system of fighting, it's just by the end of the game of Batman, I'm usually pretty good at fighting a bunch of dudes. The same with Shadow of Mordor. You hop in there and you fight a couple guys and a couple more guys, and then before you know it, you're fighting an entire army of guys, and you're able to counter those attacks and kill people and pull off finishing moves, and it just feels good. And with Batman 2, by the time you master that system, you're able to like take out a couple enemies, throw a bomb, or like whatever it is, the stun, whatever thing he has. Yeah. And you feel like a badass because you just have it down.
Speaking of Shadows of Mordor, I've been watching my brother play that game quite a bit this last few days, and fuck, that game is just amazing looking. I'm amazed at how good that game fucking looks.
I thought you bought it.
Well, I own the game, I just haven't played it much.
Dude, Mordor is good.
But I've been watching my brother play because he's been cooked there for the last few nights, like legit playing all night long, and it looks amazing. It looks great.
What do y'all think of Batman going out and coming out and saying, "Hey, go on and buy the DLC now for what, $40?" Before anybody's seen much of the game.
Well, every game does that. I mean, Assassin's Creed was announced. What's that game called? Assassin's Creed. What's the new one called?
The Chronicles, or you mean Syndicate?
Yeah, Syndicate, and then they already announced the digital premium fucking edition for like $120. It comes with all the DLC. I mean, they already announced DLC for it. The game's not even out yet, so every game does that.
You know what's like trippy is that PC games like have been super cheap right now. You can get the game plus the Harley Quinn DLC plus the season pass for $36. Like that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I won't be getting into that myself. I'm just going to get the main game and play that. This is just, it becomes too much. Maybe if there's a sale on the season pass later in the year. To be honest, I shouldn't even buy this game when it first comes out. I mean, I'm going to be playing Witcher, Jesus, probably till the end of the year at this stage. It's such a massive game. I don't see an end to it anytime soon.
Well, what I see, I mean, when you talk, when people talk all these games that come out, like me personally, I don't feel like buying any game at this point because I found out myself, like I bought Far Cry 3 a few months back, and recently it was on sale for like $20 or $30, and I was like, fuck, I haven't really played it since I bought it. Had I waited till now, I would have got it for $30 cheaper. I think that's good advice for a lot of the gamers out there, especially us who try to keep up with all the current games. Is if you can really afford to wait and you have games you need to beat those games first and then wait for a sale to drop on all these new games coming out. Like Batman, that game will be on sale in August or September when the other games start releasing, You will definitely see that game be like at a $30 price fucking range at that time.
Yep. You will, especially for Black Friday, man. That shit will be like
and on Black Friday you'll probably get like for like $20 or get like a bundle with it or something, like all the DLC, the fucking Game of the Year edition or whatever, fucking $30 or something like that,
Yeah, well, of course I buy digitally. We don't digitally. You don't really get those sales very often. You might get 10% off or something like that. But
yeah.
I probably will wait, but.
Yeah, but I mean, with games with gold, it get a little bit better. Like I said, recently they had Far Cry 4 on there, and that game was like what? It was like, let's say it was $40 on the Games with Gold store. I would have saved $20. I could have used those $20 for the fucking season pass for something else or another different game completely altogether. It's just sometimes you just gotta, I guess, think ahead, think which games you gotta beat first or which games you want to beat first before you buy a new game.
Do you remember that winter sale they had? Was it in the winter? Yeah, it was in the winter, right? When they had like Halo for $25, and they had, I mean that was Microsoft's like step towards like the whole like Steam sale type of deal, where they had games for super cheap. They had Lords of the Fallen for $9, which Brink bought Lords of the Fallen for $9, and he ended up loving that game. So, I mean that's a super good deal.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah! I didn't even know you were there, Brink.
I mean, And this year, at the end of this year, they're going to have way more games. They're going to have a bigger list of games to put on sale. And you might even see the same games that we saw last year on sale this year. You might see Halo again on sale. You might see games like that on sale again.
Hey, I got that voicemail. You want to try to play it?
Yeah, go ahead. It's from Brandon Lloyd.
Mr. Brandon Lloyd! And now, I bring you Brandon Lloyd! Not loud enough. Hold on, it's not loud enough.
Brandon Lloyd.
He's not talking loud enough, dude. Does that mean we gotta like edit this in later? We might have to do that. Hold on. See if I get real close.
Hey, horrible gamers. This is Brandon Lloyd or Lancex2 on Xbox Live. My wife left the house real quick, so I figured I'd give you a call. I made a post about it that something that's kind of been showing up a lot more lately, and I mean pretty much since New Gen, is games being downgraded and games being released that need 5 or 6 patches before they're in a state that they should have been. I mean, obviously Assassin's Creed Unity, but even recently Witcher 3, there's some clear differences in pre-release trailers and E3 trailers of Witcher 3 as compared to what we have. Granted, Witcher 3 is awesome, and I have no problem with the way it is, but it just seems like companies are releasing these trailers and, E3 things, and then on down the road as they're finishing it, they're just like, oh, well, we had to make changes to our engines or whatever, and it looks vastly different. Watch Dogs is a huge example, but and even Witcher 3 with the patching, they just released a patch today on Xbox One that makes the gameplay a lot smoother, and 30 frames per second lock. And now you don't get experience for Quest, which they plan to fix, but we might not get that till next Friday because the certification process takes 3 to 5 days. And that's really all I got. Love the show. You guys are awesome. The show's been really good lately. Keep it up. I like it when y'all go off topic, and I love the show. I think the show needs a little bit more chappy though, but I just wanted to say that. And I also had some Jetstream darts for those that know what that is earlier this week at work. Y'all take it easy. Love the show.
Whoa, thank you for that voicemail, Brandon.
Even if you don't remember your own name, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Jetstream darts. I remember that episode very well.
Anyways, not enough chappy. Don't worry, Hook is working on that for you. And the fact of games, and you said, games release a lot of pre-release trailers, and what we get is usually not what they show off. And this is a good example with The Witcher 3 and Watch Dogs. But to be honest, if you are making something that's, going to be judged on its visuals, you're definitely going to show off the best version that you have. And that usually involves it being the PC version, or if not, if it's a console version, the PS4 version, which quite frankly the PS4 runs better than the Xbox.
Dude, anything you see at an E3 conference is ran on the top of the line, like computer with
best fucking graphics card. Yeah, the best GPUs out there. You're gonna
not even one. They have 3 fucking strapped to that fucking thing.
Yeah, they have a running fucking SLI and all that shit. I mean, they run the top-notch shit.
It's been the same for ages. I mean, it's like when McDonald's show us the picture of their hamburger shit. It looks amazing, and you go into the shop and it's this piece of crappy little fucking spongy crappy. Yes, we go. And it's nothing like computer.
Crappy. I don't know about you in New Zealand, but in America, we get the fucking full hamburger, man. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's all the buns, all soggy and fucking the gherkin, whatever you call it over there. It's almost non-existent because it's so watered.
My daughter was talking about, we ate McDonald's today, and she said, it says 100% sirloin. She goes, this isn't 100% sirloin because it's not good at all.
Yeah.
Because they say their hamburgers are 100% sirloin.
They probably are. They're just, the sirloin is from some weird-ass cow eating, I don't know, something. Lost my train of thought. I keep hearing myself. It's fucking putting me off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some echo issues there. Anyways, yeah. So when you keep saying all these games release 5, 10 patches, that's really isn't the fault of the developers. It's actually it's a feature they've had enabled to them through the power of the internet, man. I mean, if the internet was not around, of course they would be releasing these games with some glitches. I mean, you go back to Nintendo and you go back to Sega and you go back to those early generation consoles. Some of those games did have glitches, regardless if you found them, accidentally, or if it was like a hidden feature in the game, a hidden world in Mario or whatever the fuck. I mean, there could have been a glitch that they just said fucking, we're gonna make this into like a gameplay type thing,
This thing has been orchestrated by Microsoft and PlayStation, for that matter, allowing companies to basically have free upgrades to their game. So they know they can release a broken game and upgrade it without having to pay a phenomenal fee to patch it.
Yeah.
So it's a result of that, and we never got these kind of broken ass things on. Well, not never. We rarely got these broken ass games on 360 or PS3 or previously before that. But now companies know, and Unity is probably the best example of this, that they can release a half-assed game and fix it over the next 6 months and get their money.
Yeah, and that was a big feature that Microsoft was showing off when they announced the new Xbox console. They were like, yeah, by the way, our patches are going to be free for developers. We're trying to work with them a little bit more, a little bit better, So now they don't have to pay $5,000 to $10,000 to fucking patch a game. They just patch it whenever they want to.
It's frustrating, but I think it's just something we're going to have to get used to. I personally haven't had the problems in The Witcher. I mean, the cinematics are the only place that I've had any issues with. Whether they will be somewhat patchy, glitchy, whatever. But the actual gameplay I haven't had too many issues with. There's been the occasional person walking mid-air, but nothing too major. Nothing you don't see in any other game.
So, I mean, what's the big deal about this game being able to be at locked 30 frames per second now with this patch? Was it before, would it jump around a lot to 15 and then go up to 60, then go down to 45, or what was the deal?
So I've never really experienced it. I guess in the cinematics it's been in, I have experienced it where the frame rate has.
Was there any screen tearing or anything?
I've never seen screen tearing on Witcher.
I think it ranged from 47 tops to down all the way down to a 21, 22 frames per second, and kind of just fluctuated in that window.
And it is very noticeable when it drops, and that's, again, it's only dropping in the cinematics, which is really strange.
Is this game? I mean, does it really affect the gameplay when it drops down to the 20s range?
I
With
don't think the gameplay drops.
No. I mean,
Gameplay-
I could see it like being a real nuisance in a shooting game, like a game that's fast paced, very fluid motions. But I mean, I don't see the big deal in a game like The Witcher with an RPG. You know, you run around the world.
I was fighting. I think I found a harpy nest, and I'm fighting 6 or 7 of those, and there was no frame rate drop at all. It was smooth. I was able to maneuver my camera around to see where everything was coming from, and dodge in and out where I needed to, and take things down as I needed to, and I never had any frame rate drop at all. And that's a fairly intensive scene that I was in, having that amount of monsters attacking me, as well as having the visuals around me, because I was doing it right on the coast and had this magnificent view out across the water to some mountain ranges. There was no frame rate drop at all. It was smooth as. So I'm not sure the frame rate dropping that we're hearing about. I'm not sure where it's happening.
Maybe some people are more ahead of you in the story or the game or something. Maybe it gets worse as you progress.
Some people are just more sensitive to it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
some people really notice every little thing in the game.
For me, it's a solid frame rate issue. It's just low for me. Like anytime you're moving the camera from left to right or right to left, it's just very, very like the same way you see it on this camera, just like that. But I don't think about that, dude. The Witcher is so much fun, dude. It's so much fun. It's just it's great, man. I mean, I'm still in like that first area, and I've spent like 30 hours there.
That's so insane.
And it's just fun because it's just you can go explore these these question marks like I talked about last week, and and go over there, and like sometimes you're finding these like magic stones which give you an ability point right off the bat. I mean, it's so worth checking out.
Do you I have to decide between The Witcher and Batman. Which one should I choose?
This is what I'm gonna say.
It's okay.
If you want to dedicate your time to The Witcher, if you want to dedicate hundreds of hours, then The Witcher. If you want to dedicate a lot less, Batman's probably shorter than that. So it's all about dedication, because I think both games are going to be extremely fun.
I think
Batman will
have a less infinite amount of hours, so it'll be a 30 to 40 hour game, I would imagine. Maybe they'll push it out to 50, 60 if you do everything, but Witcher 3, if you do everything, I'm guessing is going to be 300, 400, 500 hours. There's so much content in there. Then there's going to be the extra DLCs that they add, which will be adding another 30 to 50 hours per DLC, and I do know of at least 2 DLCs to come over the next 6 months.
And with those DLCs, they're all free. That is one thing that,
They're not.
They're not
free?
You need to qualify that. The free DLC is character related and some smaller missions. So they're releasing free like here in bed package, some clothing, some armor and stuff, but
So
the actual
skins.
skins, yeah. But the actual gameplay stuff, like extra game sort of thing, will be paid. It's like going to be a $10, $20 DLC, and it will be worth it because it's going to add a lot more content and a lot more things to do.
But I mean, for a company to come out and release even skins as a free DLC, it's a pretty big deal when they say they have all these packs coming out with skins or with whatever the fuck it adds to the game, little shit. I mean, it's a big fucking deal because most companies will charge you for that type of stuff. Even Minecraft will charge you. Minecraft is the biggest one that'll charge you for shit like that.
They'll charge you for skins of Minecraft like $3 a pop. But
And think about how many skins they have. They have like the most DLC on Xbox or some shit like that. They have a shitload of DLC. It's ridiculous.
The stuff that CD Projekt Red have made free is the stuff that we've always asked for free. It's the stuff that we've always, not me personally, but we've always bitched about. Call of Duty releasing another skin pack, a new skin for your gun and stuff. That stuff should be free. The stuff you pay for should be the extra content, the extra actual gameplay stuff. That stuff you don't mind paying for that, but I like how CD Projekt do it, and there's a really cool documentary to watch where they explain their vision on DLC. It's worth watching because they have a really good vision for this game over the next 2 years. I mean, they announced this week that they are solely dedicated to Witcher 3 for the next 2 years before they have another game that they're making that they're not going to focus on until 2016 or 2017.
Yeah, 2017, and that game is Cyberpunk, I think 2077. And ever since I saw the thing at E3 for that game, I've been super excited for that, and it's been waiting for the gameplay to come, waiting for it to come, and then now they just announced this week that we're going to be working on The Witcher for 2 years, which is incredible. I mean, that's a lot to put in a single-player game.
Do you think that both Sony and Microsoft would come to them and told them, like, look, we know you guys have this other game coming out, this other game you're working on. Wait till we give you a dev kit for our new platforms to start working on it.
No, I don't think it's the case at all.
No, that'll be way too soon.
You think that 2017 will be way too soon for a new console?
Yeah. Dude. Me and Rob actually agree on something.
It doesn't happen often.
That's pretty crazy.
Was it 2012 or 13 they came out?
These ones? They came out 2014 or 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
So you're only looking at that's a 4-year cycle if you go through.
Well, what if they announce the consoles on 2017? Like, look, hey everybody, have our big fucking media conference. The new Xbox One Infinity. This shit is way better than the Xbox One and the 360 put together. It has 500 million servers this time.
Well, how long did the 360 last? 10
well, 7 years. 7, 8, 9, like 9 years or something like that. But
yeah, a 10-year cycle, but this cycle won't be as long because they've clearly underestimated the power needed.
I think it will be at least. I think it will be at least 5.
No.
At least 5, at the least.
Get the
For
fuck
5
out
years,
of here.
I agree.
5 years, yeah, I agree. But I was telling you, by 2018 or 2017, they will probably be announcing or teasing or some kind of leak or rumor will be happening of a new console coming out soon.
No, I think they'll announce a new console and then it won't come like 7.
Chippity chappy?
Thank you for bringing Chappie for Brandon this week.
I don't think it would come back for if they announce it in 5, they won't come back. It won't come out for 6 or 7 years after the Xbox One comes out.
Get the fuck. I don't think that's going to be the case.
I think 2018. 2018 for me will be as early as we hear about it. But getting back to the Witcher thing, CD Projekt are my favorite company right now because they're doing things the right way. I mean, the release wasn't perfect, and they have fixed the issues quite quickly that they had. And the updates that they're doing are actually useful. I mean, the latest update added a really simple thing where you could left click on your movie thing stick, and that takes you to your active mission, which was useful because the maps are so big. You spent too long trying to scroll around the map trying to find what mission you're going for.
Dude, the maps are so big in this game that I am seriously just stunned by how they got such a big game onto one disc. Onto 130 or 35 gigabyte download. It blows my mind because have you guys played Neverwinter? Anybody?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know that main thing you go into, like that city, your main area. Okay, so Witcher has one of those areas in it. It is much bigger and is all like current gen technology, so it just looks beautiful. You're in this city. I was showing this to my cousin the other day. He came over. I'm like, hey, check out the city. This is a pretty big game, right? I got up to the tallest part. I'm looking over. You see how big the city is. He's like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm like, and I clicked out to the world map, and I was like, okay, this little city, and then I zoomed all the way out. I'm like, that's this little area in this fucking big-ass map. He's like, oh, dude, that's pretty big. I'm like, yeah, I mean, there's so many nooks and crannies, and in every area you go to, it looks different. It's not like it's big open fields, and it's just like they copy and paste that everywhere. It looks different. The trees, the rocks, the water fountains, the caves, everything looks unique in that world.
And then on top of that, you add in the dynamic weather, and it changes what you're looking at within an hour of arriving in the place. You know, the weather,
That's nice.
The way the weather controls things, it gives you a whole different feel and atmosphere, and Geralt will even recognize when there's a storm coming in. And you see it come. We talked about that last week, I know, but it changes the atmosphere, and it changes quite quickly and naturally. It's not forced
awesome.
upon you. It feels natural.
And you know what's kind of cool about The Witcher is you might roll into a city, and rather than it looks like a city there's a bunch of characters standing in place, and then when you hit it, you get into a certain proximity, and all of a sudden they start moving and talking. you feel like you're actually walking in on a living city. Most of the time, it kind of feels realistic. Like you're walking up on these people talking or having a conversation or doing something or this, you know, it's really good, man. It's very well made.
It's kind of like how they did it in GTA 5. It's not, you know, you don't get to a certain point when you're walking towards the city and suddenly it pushes play. It's already happening long before you get there. So you do walk into the middle of a conversation. You do walk into the middle of people in the middle of doing whatever their daily routine is. It's not something that just happens because you're there. You know that you could go away for an hour and you'd come back and you'd see them finishing off whatever they had started.
Do you ever walk into anybody just doing something super awkward, like playing with their nipples or something?
There are some funny conversations that you hear, and there are a lot of references to various, a lot of shout outs to various games and movies. And apparently there's one out there to Pulp Fiction. I haven't picked up on all the conversations, but there's a lot of shout outs that happen during the game.
This game is well done, man. The first couple hours, I was a little thrown off by the camera and the movement. The movement's not 100% like terrific, but this game is. I mean, listen to these 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 reviews, man. It speaks like very generously to these games. I mean, to the point. Well, not generously. I'm not saying that it speaks more than it really is. I mean, these games deserve it, and this game is good. But it is that good. It really, truly is. But you have to also be dedicated to the time you're going to have to spend. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big RPG. It's like playing Skyrim or Oblivion or any kind of fucking Elder Scrolls game. I mean.
It's like playing Skyrim and Oblivion in the same game.
Yeah, so I mean, wait a minute. Let's talk the time they released this game. They released it right before summer. A good time to release a game like this because the summer drought is coming. Not a lot of big games are coming out in the summer. Let's say Batman comes out in the summer. A few arcade games. We have a few indie titles coming out. That's a great fucking time to release a game this big and this massive, knowing that people are going to be out of school. People are going to be home a lot. You know. It's very smart of them to do it that way.
You know what's funny about this game is that there is no multiplayer in this game, and there hasn't been a lick of violence or anger towards it.
Yeah.
No one's even mentioned that there's no multiplayer. It just hasn't crossed anyone's mind because they're in the game and so involved in the game that they don't feel the need for multiplayer. But usually when a game comes out without multiplayer, people will just say, "Oh, I'm not buying that. No multiplayer, fuck that."
Yeah.
It hasn't even been a process in this thing.
It's like Skyrim. When Skyrim came out, it had no multiplayer. Nobody complained about it. Everybody was like, wow, this game is good.
Anyways, it's good.
Anyways, if you're into RPGs and you like, great RPGs, basically want to live inside another world, complete different world that's not your world, go buy The Witcher 3.
Buy The Witcher. You could just chip at it little by little and play it for a solid year, probably, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, other than Witcher and Batman coming out at the end of June, I mean, there's no big releases until Metal Gear, which is August.
Yeah.
It'll be.
Well, Comet is supposed to be coming out in September for Destiny, so looking forward to that.
Oh, you did it again!
Now one episode without Destiny.
With E3 coming, I think there will be something else announced that'll come out. Maybe.
Do you think Sony will do the same thing they did last year, where they'll be like, "Look at this new game, and it's available today, right the fuck now," and just fucking drop the mic and
Hell yeah, they will.
I'm expecting something like that. I'm expecting something like that around Gears, around a remake of Gears or something.
Like, hey, we have this HD remake of Metal Gear Solid, the first one, and it's free for all the PlayStation Plus users. Get it now! Just fucking drop the mic and run away.
I have a feeling that Gears of War. It would be cool if they did something like Gears of War. Like, it's available now. I have a feeling that Gears of War is not going to be a $60 game because if they put out Gears of War $1, fuck, the backlash on that would be incredible.
No, they will not. I think they'll release the collection, like the HD remake. Like, they're gonna remaster every game and make it HD and add new features to every game, and just have one big multiplayer, kind of like they did with the Halo.
That would be cool.
Announce it as a $60 bundle.
What I think is Microsoft's going to say, Silent Hill's coming to Xbox One, and here's the PT
Well, yeah, but they just announced that the Microsoft's owner, or who was it? Was it Phil Spencer? I'm not sure, but
Well, I think it was Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox. He said
Yeah.
no. He said no, we're not doing that.
yeah,
'Cause, I
it's
mean,
not-
Yeah, okay,
Think
but he
about
can
how
sit
much
there all
money-
day and say he's not going to do that. Doesn't
Yeah,
mean
but
it's
I
not
mean,
going to happen.
$4 billion. The rumor is that Microsoft somehow paid $4 billion for a fucking franchise. All right, that's not gonna happen.
No, I don't think they pay that much, but I think they have it, and they're going to come out and announce it, and then that PT trailer is going to come to Xbox One.
I don't think
And
so.
that came out at E3 last year, right?
Konami does not want to let go of that shit. They'll fucking make some kind of mobile fucking game for it or something. They're not gonna release this fucking game.
So
on a
why
fucking...
waste all the time to make that PT and everything and not even put out a
How-
game?
how
People
long-
are
how long
excited
do you-
about it.
How long do you really think it took him to make that PT shit? Probably not long. It is the same fucking thing. You're going around the same
Yeah.
area in a circle over and over. It's
Yeah,
not like
going-
Street
Yeah, but people are excited about it. If people are excited about a game and are willing to buy a game, why not put out a game? Why cancel it at the last minute?
Because Konami maybe they cannot afford to put out a big fucking game that might fail. You fail to realize, Hook, that the horror genre of gaming is not for everybody. Not everybody goes out and buys these horror games. Not everybody likes them. Not everybody will go out and buy those type of games.
Well, I understand that, but it's still, I just don't see, because
I don't
everything I heard was how good it was. They can't wait.
No, but PT was
I mean-
not really a representation of what Silent Hills was going to be at all. I don't think Silent Hills would had if it had any like real work put into it. I doubt it was much. I don't think it was very far into production.
That's
All right,
what I'm
let me
thinking.
just ask you this
I'm-
question. Do
Go
you
ahead.
think, personal opinion, do you think Microsoft is going to have Silent Hill at E3?
No,
Mm-mm.
zero. I think there's like a
Nah.
1% chance.
So you
Like,
think
I
all
think
that was
that's like a
just
25%.
rumors?
Yeah,
it was
it is.
rumors.
And even Phil Spencer came out and he tweeted out, he's like, look, guys, like, I don't want to get nobody's hopes up. This is the truth. We are not buying out Konami for Silent Hills. And
And
he
Phil
said that
Spencer-
on Twitter. And he is the
Yeah.
main dude at Xbox, and he really doesn't lie when he comes out and says shit like that, dude.
Yeah, he's not about. He's a kind of a straight shooter. He's not about to lie about something about that. I mean, if there was an innuendo, there would have been a something in that message that would have
Yeah.
made you think otherwise.
Like, oh, maybe we're not buying it, but maybe we're looking at something else. No, like, I mean,
Mhm.
they're not doing that. They're just legit said, like, look, we're not looking for Silent Hills. We don't think it's gonna, we're not looking for it. Well, because Microsoft knows at the same time they invest too much money into a horror game. People do not like to buy horror games. People just don't.
Mm.
They'll rent them. They'll play
There's
them
been a few-
once.
There's been a few horrors released on Xbox One, and they haven't done that well.
Yeah, I mean Outlast and the other one. What's the other one fucking called? I mean, I know Outlast was like a big one, and it was like
Evil Within.
so. It was so big on the PS4, like, but it was so big on the PS4 because it came out for free with PS Plus. It was not a big success on the Xbox One at all.
No, it cost money. I don't know if it was free. Was it?
It came out free for like the first week, didn't it? Like the first month or something.
Yeah, maybe it did. Yeah, because I wonder if they count those kind of sales towards.
But I mean, it was not successful for like the Xbox. You could tell it wasn't.
It takes a certain person who wants to play horror games, and a lot of people just don't have the interest in it.
Like even Alien Isolation, I don't think a lot of people play that game because people were saying like, "Oh, it's fucking scary, it's too intense." I don't think a lot of people want to do that.
That's true.
I think we just don't have enough really, really good horror games is the problem. I think people want to play them.
Yeah. Well, what kind of a horror game would you suggest
I mean,
that people would be interested?
Why do you think Microsoft has not came out and said, "Look, we're working on a new Alan Wake"? Because Alan Wake is based on a horror genre, and I don't think that they legit think that horror is a big thing right now. It's not.
Alan Wake was a
listen,
great game, but I don't think it sold very good. Was the problem?
listen. They've had big success with the games like Alan Wake, but I don't think nowadays it will be successful. Right now, what's successful is action. There's horror, but it's all zombie horror, like you're killing zombies.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Man, if Microsoft had a game like The Last of Us, it would be huge.
Yeah, but The Last
Like
of Us is not a
Bloodlines,
horror
man.
game. It's a survival game, and they do have
Yeah,
that.
it's
They have
not
State of
horror.
Decay. They have State of Decay.
It's a horror game. It's both. It's a combination of genres, which is what we need. I mean, yeah, just a plain old jump out of the darkness spoof scare horror game isn't going to do well. But if we have like a game like The Last of Us, that completely changes things.
Yeah, because Last of Us was really a combination of like, of a like, you know, Night of the Living Dead meets like Uncharted for the most part.
Yeah, basically. It's a
All right, so
next
y'all wanna talk
generation
about
horror
some
game.
Destiny?
That's what we need.
I mean, I just like I'm saying, guys. I don't think horror is a big genre. I don't think it's a big deal for anything. I think Konami, you know, they reached a point where they cannot afford to be bleeding money like they have been with Metal Gear and all those fucking games.
Hey, if they bring it out, if they come out in E3 and go, "We bought Silent Hill,"
Well, I
I'll
will
be
be-
just as surprised. as
I
everyone.
will be like, what the? Everybody would be like, the fucking internet will blow up for that date. Microsoft will win E3 because Sony will come out and they'll be like, yeah, look, guys, we got this game coming out today. And everybody's going to be like, who cares? Fucking Xbox has Silent fucking Hill.
We got Silent Hills and we got PT Remaster.
No, Sony,
God.
Sony will be at their fucking conference, you know, and they'll be like, yeah, we got this game coming out today, and then like Phil Spencer will walk out there on the stage and be like, so we got Silent Hill, motherfuckers, and then he'll drop the mic and walk away.
We got Silent
We
Hill
got
with the Z,
PTE.
Silent Hills.
Yo, we got
Play
PT
the
Silent
trailer
Hill.
extra.
Bam! Silent Hill comes out today. Bam! Drops the mic and leaves. Like, I mean, that'd be
This
fucking
is the
amazing.
year, man. This is the year. Man. It's 2 years into to the life cycle of the consoles. People have been developing
Yeah.
like for
You
the
will
console.
see. You will see big games at this E3, especially. You will see so many games are going to be like, okay, look, we got this brand new Forza, we got this brand new Call of Duty, we got this brand new Battlefield, we got this new fucking shooter Crisis coming to the Xbox only, and all this other bullshit like Xbox only, and you're going to see like only on Xbox One. No longer will you see 360 or also for the 360. No, you will not even hear about the 360 at this E3, I think.
No, they're gonna. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna be like, and now announcing this new Silent Hill indie platformer.
Side scroller. Oh,
That's what
shit.
you all want, right?
Yeah. Anyways, guys, let's talk games with gold. Talking about Xbox. Xbox has announced their games with gold coming out June.
Massive Chalice?
Massive Chalice, and this is what do you call it? Let's say fucking.
It looks like
strategy-
XCOM, sort of.
Strategy, XCOM, some other type of shit. It looks fucking cool, and I like these types of games where like you have to kind of make decisions and control your army or whatever, and attack the enemy left and right, and then wait to see what they do, and then you do your move, and then they do their move. To me, I like these kinds of games. I don't know about you guys personally. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're more into action games. I don't know,
No,
but I think it looks
yeah.
fun.
I do want to like these types of games, but the same thing with XCOM is I'm playing like this game's cool, and this is how I play a game. I just like.
Yeah. I mean,
not
you have to be into the moment. It's like playing any of those like that Tom Clancy End War. Like you have to be into that type of mentality where like, okay, I'm thinking ahead. Like that, you want to be into that type of like, I want to play this type of game to be able to enjoy it. But it looks fun, and it's exclusively coming, I think, to the Xbox, isn't it? Or like it's coming for free because they're barely gonna release it on consoles, and it's gonna come to the Xbox for free June 1st.
Yeah, I know it's a PC.
I know
game
it's
as
a
well.
PC game, and I know it's pretty successful on the PC. But also, we have Pool Nation FX coming to the Xbox One. That is like the third month in a row.
Yeah. What's with that?
What the fuck? I mean, have people
must
not
like
downloaded
Pool.
the game?
I'm playing it right. I'm playing it right now, but it's a good game. But
I was like, what the fuck? I'm playing it right now.
I know. I downloaded it. But like I haven't played it. So maybe they're like noticing people have downloaded it but not played it. So maybe like if we keep advertising this, somebody will start like playing this shit.
maybe,
No.
but I mean, it's a good pool game, but
Or
surely
maybe
there's
they-
another game they could release.
Or
I
maybe
think
they
we had
just
this
paid the
discussion.
developer a lot of money.
I think we've had this discussion when we first started doing the games for gold. Is that Microsoft always brings out like they'll do one game and be like, oh, and they'll bring that game out for what, 2 or 3 months?
It's
Yeah,
And
it's
add a
always
new one.
There was
There's
Add
only
a
always
new one
two.
for the Xbox One. But then the 360 gets like all these awesome games every month.
They get some old games. I mean, what awesome games are you talking about? I don't know these awesome games.
Well,
Well-
they got Thief this month or next month. They get Thief, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, they
And
get
they
get
got
Just Cause 2, and then they get Thief next month. But let's be honest here. Just Cause 2, who hasn't played that? Thief, who
that's
hasn't
not the
played that?
point. It's not
I
a
haven't
point.
played either of
We're
those.
getting a game called
Me
Massive
neither.
Chalice. and they're getting Thief or Just Cause 2 or...
Does anybody else just hate the name Massive Chalice?
It sounds like
keep thinking it's a porno name.
You want to see my massive chalice?
Watch Susie shit in a cup and Massive Chalice.
Massive chalice. Oh shit!
What was it? Just Cause 2 and Thief.
Yeah, those are really good games. Let's be honest. Thief is a good game. So is Massive. So is fucking Just Cause 2. It's an open world like action fucking game. It's really fun. Everybody wants Just Cause 3, but who cares? I mean, those are old games. You've played them already.
Yeah. Well, it's because it's free. I mean, it's...
It doesn't. I don't give a shit. If I played Madden,
look, hey, you know what?
If I
you get fucking Pool FX for the 3rd month in a row. Let's go play some 8-ball.
Well, it's 2 months, but I do love this rivalry between you and Jesus. We miss this shit, so yeah, I'll let you guys fight it out a little bit.
No, I mean, what the fuck? I haven't played Pool. Maybe I'll play it this month because maybe they keep advertising.
You ain't gonna fucking play no Pool. You ain't gonna play. I'll put money on it. You ain't gonna play no freaking Pool.
You know what?
This month.
That's true.
I'll play some
The only Pool you're gonna play is Pocket Pool.
I'm gonna fucking play that shit. I'm gonna play that shit tonight. You watch. I'm gonna get off this podcast, go play Pool, and I'm gonna fucking like broadcast it and send it to you. And
all right, you know what, Jesus? I'm gonna download this stuff tomorrow, and I'm gonna play you in a game of Pool. All right.
Hey, does this game have multiplayer? It's talking all this shit. I don't know. Does it have multiplayer?
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
I'm more intrigued now.
Maybe we should all like get together, just get like some beer, all get drunk, and play Pool together.
Play Pool, and we'll broadcast it. Us playing Pool.
Playing Pool, getting drunk.
We can barely get together for a fucking podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We're never playing Pool.
Yeah, we're never gonna do this shit.
You gotta have some rock music playing on a jukebox in the background. They're just playing like, "Here's my cherry pie."
You gotta have like women walking by who slowly get hotter and hotter, like over the course of an hour,
and try to convince you to buy beers that are way too expensive.
Anyways,
I'm gonna be like Tom Cruise in The Hustler. I'm gonna,
It's my chair.
Anyway,
out of all songs.
So just to confirm your guys' denial for Silent Hills. Earlier today, some guy tweeted at Phil Spencer. Actually, he said, "I really hope the PT Silent Hills rumor is true. The world needs that game. Please at Xbox and at Xbox P3, which is Phil Spencer's Twitter handle." And he replied back. He's like, "Sorry, this isn't true. Not sure where the rumor started, but I don't want to mislead anyone." So, I mean, people were saying they bought the purchase rights to Silent Hills for billions of dollars. Which, let's think about this.
I think they bought Pool for $4 billion. That's why it's been on Xbox Gold for 2 months.
They bought Minecraft for $2 billion. The rights to that shit. And think about how many things Minecraft they've done with it. And they're gonna do so much more with it. They're gonna make a movie out of that shit. All kinds of shit out of it.
How the hell do rumors like this start?
I don't know. Somebody on Twitter like, hey, I heard Microsoft's going to buy.
Guess what I heard? Microsoft.
Guess what my uncle told me? My uncle that works for Konami, that works for Microsoft, his cousin that works next to Phil Spencer told me. What?
This one time in Bandcamp, this person told me
they just wrote a check to Konami for Silent Hills for like $5 billion, dude. No joke. It's coming.
How much do they spend on Minecraft? $13 billion?
They bought it for
$4 billion.
$2 billion, no?
Yeah, it was about $2 billion.
So if they spend $2 billion on Minecraft, why would they spend $4 billion on Silent Hill?
They won't, because the thing is, Minecraft appeals to everybody. You could be a fucking 50-year-old man or a 5-year-old kid. That shit has a wide demographic. Silent Hills does not. You cannot sell that shit to an 8-year-old kid. Kid won't play that.
No, but he'll play my Massive Chalice. I mean, that's what the fuck would you name a game Massive Chalice?
It's a terrible name.
Hey, Mommy, I'm gonna go play Massive Chalice.
You're playing with your what?
Hey, guys, we need to learn. Okay, what we're going to do for this podcast is try to get a chat going eventually, because Sean Harris was watching our YouTube. He put down the downfall of Witcher is no multiplayer, and since I didn't refresh it right now, I just barely saw it, which is kind of fucked up. But
and
that is not a downfall. That is not a downfall.
Talking about it.
Nobody gives a shit about the multiplayer in the game like The Witcher.
Sean does.
Well, against one person out of
Does he
7
not
billion
count?
fucking people. One
He
person out
doesn't
of
count?
7. No, he doesn't.
What about Sean?
It's probably a robot.
No, he's one of my friends.
It's probably somebody who like works for like fucking Bethesda and like over there making Elder Scrolls Online, and they're like, "Yeah, bro, the downfall of Witcher is no multiplayer."
How much are you paying Sean to be your friend, dude? I don't even know that hook. Because when you say someone's my friend, is it like you know somebody and you're just like, yeah, that guy's my friend?
No, me and him play Destiny together.
Oh, hey, welcome, Sean, man. Thanks for watching our thing and our thing. Yeah, thanks for watching our thing and our massive chalice.
Now, I know y'all don't want to hear about Destiny, but can I say something about it real quick?
30 words or less.
All right,
Chop it down.
I didn't get to talk about the House of Wolves last week.
9. That's
No,
not.
I know you did, right?
You don't
Frank,
turn up to the fucking show, so you can't talk about shit.
Look, you can talk to it about me.
No, we'll listen. You go. If you got some
private
new-
message Brink about Destiny.
I mean, and I don't know. I really like it when they bring out new stuff, and I've enjoyed the Prison of Elders and all that stuff. I think it's good. I think those going into those the 5 rounds of 3 waves each has been something different, and having to work together with 2 other people has been a real pleasure to do. I really enjoy it.
I found it repetitive and frustrating.
It
Have you
can
tried
be
the harder
frustrating.
modes, Hook? Like
Have I tried what?
35?
No, I've done 30 up to 34. I haven't done 35 yet.
Yeah. And
But I haven't
all
got
the
my
story
character
missions, I don't know
34.
if you noticed, but they're all the same levels we've played 100 times, just backwards. And apparently they thought nobody would notice. I don't know, but it's literally just backwards.
You didn't like going into the raid and everything, the Vault of Glass?
I mean, yeah, I guess that was neat, but I've been through there 100,000 times. So it wasn't anything special at all.
But you've already got all your characters up to 34, so you're done, right?
No, I got one up, and then I was done.
Okay.
Brink, did you really delete this game?
Yeah.
And you?
I haven't played it all week. I've been playing all kinds of other games.
Yeah, he was like Destiny, and then like I just deleted the
I just feel like it's time to move on.
I enjoy Destiny. Hey, Brink, who's been at your house all day? Because you've been playing a lot of Dragon Age and broadcasting it.
Yeah, I've been playing Dragon Age, and then every time I start fighting a dragon, because I'm a professional dragon hunter now, and so every time I fight a dragon, I
just
broadcast.
standing there for like 5 minutes, and I'm like,
Well, I was probably playing with my balls first, because that's how I get ready to fight a dragon.
you were playing with your massive chalice first before
Yes.
you were.
I have to warm up somehow, dude.
Dude, those dragon fights in there are fucking badass, especially when they last 20, 30 minutes. It's
Man,
so
they're
much
a rush,
fun.
dude.
That's why I only took out 2 of them. And I was
Giant
like,
dragon.
Anyways,
So
guys,
which one's better, Dragon Age or Witcher?
there's no dragons in. Well, there is dragons in Witcher, but it's not this. Dragon Age is big dragons. In The Witcher, I haven't came across.
Better? Which game is better, Dragon Age or Witcher?
Witcher, dude, by a long shot.
Brink?
I've only played Dragon Age. I wonder what your sister would say, Hook. What
I
do you
don't know.
think?
She's played Witcher 3.
No, she's been playing it.
Oh, has she?
Wow,
I think it's all just your whatever flavor you prefer, man.
Neither game is bad. To me, I thought they were both incredible. Dragon Age, I loved it, dude. I played, 120 hours of that, or maybe slightly less. But either way, Dragon Age was a great game. The Witcher is similar, but it's a little different.
Did
I think
Dragon
my
Age
sister
come
would
out
say
this
Dragon
year or
Age.
last year?
November
Last
8th.
week.
All right. If it was this year, it would easily be my game of the year. Easily.
It's so
But I
weird to
haven't
hear you
played
say that
Witcher.
because
Witcher
I was
might-
defending that game against you like months ago.
I know. I've admitted that.
I think my
It'll
sister
be-
was saying Dragon Age. She seemed too excited about that game, not to say it was her favorite game.
You know what I say about excitement about games or movies? Dude, roll with it. Don't just let that fuel your fire. Just go with it. If you're fucking excited, talk about it. Be excited about it because you know what? You only live once, so you might as well be excited about shit.
true.
Unless your I am source just suddenly back down and say, well, don't blame me if you don't like it. You do that all the time, man. You'll come out and say, "Fuck that Mad Max movie is the best thing ever." And then
Mad
an
Max
hour
movie
later-
is the
and
best shit ever.
And
That
an hour
movie is
later, you'll be
good.
saying, "If you don't like that movie, please don't blame me."
Oh, wait.
You
Who
might
here,
not like it.
who here is ready for that? The new Jurassic movie, dude. The new Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's gonna be. I'm gonna go see that in IMAX.
Isn't it called Jurassic World or some shit? like that?
Jurassic World, yeah.
Yeah,
I know
with Chris Pratt.
That looks fucking good. That looks good, dude. I don't even know.
Jesus,
I watched.
Have you seen Mad Max?
Yeah, I have. And I watched the
You
trailer.
like
Like,
Mad Max?
I watched the trailer for like Jurassic World or whatever. Both and Mad Max and another movie I watched recently. I forget what the other one was. Anyways, I saw those trailers and I was like, wow, I can't wait for this movie to come out. Like, I am excited to go watch Jurassic World.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I don't know about him being homies with the Velociraptor.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. Like he's like
really?
he's like the Raptor Whisperer or something like that.
That is okay. Not to make this Jurassic Park conversation long, because Jurassic Park 1 is my all-time favorite movie. Even though the raptors are crazy and they're fucking dinosaurs, I mean, people fucking train tigers and lions to be homies like all the time, man. They're hugging I've seen people like petting and hugging and rolling with the lions and I mean, it can be done if you raise the raptors from a baby, but it is a little weird. But what Rob was saying about me getting excited, then I backed down last minute, which I totally do that. The reason I do that is because I'm so excited. Like, fuck it, I was so excited about Mad Max, and I told Brink, go watch it, you'll love it. And if Brink came back and go, it was all right, I would feel like my opinion was lesser valued, and it just made me feel like shit. So I told him, if you don't like it, don't tell me, because I don't want to feel like shit.
Well,
I went and saw. We watched at my house. Me and Amanda had watched Escape from Tomorrow, and that was the weirdest movie ever. And I can't decide if it was good or if it was bad. You know?
Then it was bad.
It wasn't bad. I thought it was.
That was weird.
Because you can't decide if it was good or bad. So
They
probably
snuck
was
in-
bad.
The thing is, they taped this movie in the Disney World theme parks without Disney knowing about it.
What?
Yeah, with cameras and stuff. It's really weird, and they got so scared of getting caught, they took the movie to another country to edit it, so Disney wouldn't catch them and take it from them. It's a horror movie inside Disney. It's weird.
It's really weird. And then I saw that Ex Machina. What did you say it was?
Ex Machina, another great movie. Let's get back.
Great. That was really good. Me and Amanda watched that. It was really good. Y'all need to see that.
Anyways, let's move back to games, guys. Welcome to the fucking movie podcast again.
It's either fucking Destiny or movies or something.
Anyways, PlayStation Plus has announced their games coming out for all their platforms. PlayStation Plus works across the PS Vita, the PS4, and the PS3, ladies and gentlemen. Go get it if you don't have it, because you need it now. Also, wait. Games coming out. Metal Gear Solid 5. Ground Zeroes coming for the PS4. Schools of the Shogun Bonafide Edition comes for the PS4. Super Exploding Zoo is coming to the PS4 and the PS Vita cross-buy. Futuridium EP Deluxe, PS Vita and the PS4 cross-buy. Call of Juarez Gunslinger, a game that I did play and I thought it was the worst game I played that year.
Really? That game was
PS3.
Dude, that game was awesome.
Cloudberry Kingdom, PS3 as well. No, was it Call of Juarez the Cartels or some shit like that I played?
Yeah, because Gunslinger was like
Gunslinger is the cowboy one, right? That's the cowboy one, like Red Dead, right? Yeah,
really
that
cool.
one. That was a good game, but it was the Cartel one that I thought it was shitty as fuck. That game was horrible.
But Metal Gear Solid 5, you guys, did any of you guys play that?
Ground Zeroes, no, but I mean, it's
I'm
coming
gonna
to the
find it
PS4.
soon. It's on my Xbox right now.
It's very short. If you want it to be, you can bust it out in 2 hours, or you can go really sneaky and you can spend like 8 hours with it. It's cool, man. It got me interested in playing a Metal Gear game. I just think the Snake character. I'm sorry, I don't follow Metal Gear. I think that character is just stupid. And I don't mean to offend anybody who really likes him. I just think he's just.
I think he's a stupid character too. Don't be honest. Like, people love Metal Gear. I know there's like fans out there that play like, what the fuck, you fucking assholes! Turn off the podcast and listen to you guys again. But hear us out. I mean, I don't think Snake is the greatest character.
He's just weird. He doesn't appeal to me as a character. But you know what? Neither did Geralt. or whatever his name is from Witcher, I thought he looked stupid too. But now that I'm playing with him, like I like him. Like
What? You're playing with him?
I'm playing with him. Yeah, I'm wrestling around with. No, I think he's a cool character,
With
but he's
his massive channels.
Yeah, with his massive. He's very flat as a character. His lines are very flat, but
That's
like,
his personality. He's a very serious kind of person.
yeah, I was always under the impression that he was like some asshole, just like I'm a warrior, I'll fuck you up. But he's a cool dude. So I mean, I could.
Yeah, he knows that he could fuck you up. He doesn't need to tell you about it.
Yeah, I could definitely learn to, I guess, to like the Snake guy a little more.
Yeah, I don't know, but those are your PS Plus games. A lot of that's the great thing about PlayStation, about the PlayStation community. I mean, you got PS Plus, you got all these platforms to play on. You get games for everything, all the way across. I mean, so many games coming out every month. It's a good thing, and I'm happy for you guys to have PlayStation Plus.
The one thing I do like lately, they've been giving you like cross-buy games, so technically you get like 4 PS4 games a month.
Yeah, so it's all good. I mean, it's fun shit.
I don't know about this Super Exploding Zoo. I have no idea what that is.
Skulls of the Show. So some of these are like weird titles. Where you're like, what the fuck is this? Like some Japanese fucking game? I don't know.
The Skulls of the Shogun. That game was actually a mobile game, like an Android game. And Futuridium. I don't know what that is, man.
So what were y'all talking about the zoo one?
The zoo, Super Exploding Zoo. It is what it's called, or something like that.
All right, is that not like the zoo where y'all are different animals trying to get through?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. I mean, I've never heard of this game.
You're thinking of Tokyo something?
You can play like a human or a rabbit or like a.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Anyways, let's move on, guys. The PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. All the games released so far have not even come close to taking the full advantage of those systems' powers. That is according to the CEO of Rockstar and 2K Games, Strauss Zelnick. He says that, we have yet to see entirely what the technology can allow. That's of the PS4 and the Xbox One, He said coming to C3, we'll see a lot of games showcasing the full potential, if not nearly close to the full potential what the Xbox One and the PS4 can achieve.
Yeah.
He says none of developers have had over 2 years to develop games for these platforms. We're good to go. They're set. They're ready to take more advantage of these systems. And I'm pretty sure a lot of games are moving forward like nowadays where they're just like, you know what? All the games we've been developing for the last year, let's not even release them on 360 or the PS3. Let's all move to next gen already.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you a little something about Rockstar. This is my look on Rockstar. Rockstar actually takes pride in making a video game.
Yeah.
They love the art of making a video game, and when they put their time into it, they make games like GTA, and GTA was spectacular.
GTA 5 was an amazing game, and for them to come out and remaster, but not only remaster the fucking game, they legit had people sit there and do the animations and everything for you playing the whole entire fucking game in first person. And that is including when you're in free roam and when you're in a mission, and you can switch seamlessly at any given time. That is pretty amazing.
Dude, they put the time, man. GTA is amazing. That was the first GTA game I really played. I played GTA 4 for a little bit, but there was something about the mission structure I couldn't get used to.
One of my favorite ones, I gotta say, if they did a remastered edition for Vice City, if they literally went back to Vice City and remastered that game to look like the GTA 5 that we have today, that game, I would buy the super edition of that game, however much it costs.
Which one was Vice City?
Vice City was on the PS2, I believe.
It was set in the 80s, I think, and had all the 80s music. It was the best one of the lot, I think.
Was it a top-down?
GTA.
No. It was like a GTA 3 and GTA 4. I mean, it was like you see the character and shit. I mean, of course, it was a PS2 version. It wasn't as good looking as San Andreas, but it was a few years before San Andreas.
I always felt that it was the game where Michael was first introduced, because it looked like a Michael kind of game. That's who the character kind of reminded me of.
Yeah.
From GTA 5.
And like you Yeah, that's exactly who Michael from GTA 5 reminded me from as well. Vice City. I was like, man, this guy belongs in Vice City. Like, this is who he reminds me of that Tom Vercetti or whatever the fuck that guy's name was in Vice City. I mean, that game was just amazing. You were like in the 80s and you had like all these fucking rock bands and like these people doing cocaine and you own your own fucking nightclub, all kinds of fucking weird shit. And it was a really good game, man. That game was amazing.
Yeah,
you had to go around and buy places to make money. It was the best setting and best story. Well, not the best story. GTA 5 is a better story, but
I think they need to go back to Vice City. They never went back though.
I think they. I mean, I'd also love. I mean, we've talked about it so many times, but a Red Dead Redemption, even a remaster or a number 2, I don't care. I will buy either one. Like, it's the reason you play a Rockstar game because the characters are so well voice acted. They're it's just a good story.
Every single Rockstar game that you've played, you cannot sit there and say that the characters were not very well voice acted or that the story was kind of cheesy. Because I mean, even Max Payne, the recent one that came out a few years ago, that game was good. It was fucking good. I don't know why people didn't like it.
They made LA Noire, right?
Yeah, and even LA Noire was like an amazing looking game, and that game was good.
It was the worst character they ever created.
It was. Michael Phelps.
That dude was a dick.
Yeah, we fucked up. But like Rockstar, like the reason they're saying that these consoles are living up to their full potential, which is true because Rockstar takes the time and makes amazing games, and most companies nowadays are trying to put out annual franchises where they're on a time limit. Like we got to have this game out by November. We have to have this game out by October.
Right now, Ubisoft has probably begun production on the next Assassin's Creed already.
Yeah,
they probably have the writers thinking of a story like, okay, where are we gonna put the setting? What kind of story we're gonna make, etc. They're probably already working on all that.
For sure, 100%. They're doing it already.
So I mean, you're right. Every year, people try to come out with new, yearly IPs and shit. And Rockstar, you really rarely see that from them. You'll see them come out with like, they say this year they announced Red Dead 2, and they'll come out with it next year. But then like a couple years after that, that's when they'll probably announce the next fucking other Grand Theft Auto or whatever the fuck,
I want a new table tennis.
Table tennis.
Dude, did you play Rockstar's table tennis?
No, I never actually played it, but I did hear pretty good things about it.
It was really good. I thought it was a really good game.
Anyways, Bully was a good game. They need to come out with a new one of those. Anyways, EA, you all know, has their own press conference coming up this week or next week for E3. But Respawn Entertainment confirmed that they have no plans to show off any new game at E3 2015.
Huh.
They say they have no plans to show off Titanfall 2. This is a quote. It says, "For everyone asking, we aren't showing anything at E3 this year." Vincent Pellicer on Twitter, he said, he's like, "I'll actually get to actually see all the games," he said. Electronic Arts, the publisher for this game, said that there is a sequel coming, but it is scheduled for the usual time in early next year, whatever. So, who knows if it comes out next year, maybe they're late next year. Maybe they'll delay to like fall of next year or something. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're going to show off the new Battlefield 5 or whatever. They're probably going to focus a lot on Star Wars. Let's be honest here.
Star Wars, man.
EA will be Star Wars and their new suite of 2016 sport games. That's pretty much that's their MO for pretty much every E3. They have one major game, then their sports stuff.
If EA walks on the stage and does what they did last year and just says, "And you can play the Star Wars beta now on PS4," I'll be fucking excited.
They won't because EA Access has come to the Xbox One and they're a big partner with Xbox One at the moment. I'm not worried, but I'm pretty sure. I don't know how long the exclusivity deal lasted with Microsoft owning like EA Access, but I wonder if they'll come out this year and say like, "Yes, we plan EA Access to be on other platforms as well, and it's coming to the PS4 sometime this fall."
Nope.
You don't think it will?
No, Sony doesn't want them. Sony has
Sony is stupid. Sony has seen that the fucking PS TV has failed.
I agree with you, but Sony's not going to put EA Access on the system. Sony is fucking ignorant.
Now. If they do not spend money to buy EA's fucking nuts.
They have their own rental service. Why are they going to have EA
because
come in?
Because they fucking suck. If I was the CEO of Sony, I'd be sucking fucking.
But it doesn't
EA's
matter.
dick
Sony has
to
said they're
fucking
not
get
going to
the-
have EA access. It's not
Yeah.
going to happen. It's not gonna happen.
Guarantee you it will.
It
'Cause all
won't.
those deals coming to the.
No, what? It won't happen like you
Yes.
fucking playing pool. It won't happen.
Oh, that's
When,
true.
no, when EA announces, look, we're gonna have fucking Star Wars early access for all EA access players.
All right, fuck you.
Hey, listen,
All right, what's
listen,
our bet? Let's make a
listen.
bet. What's our bet?
Congratulations to Sony, to you Sony players. We're coming out, and we're glad to announce that this fall we will be bringing EA access to PS4 just in time to play Star
Jesus,
Wars early.
what is our bet?
Just in time to play Star Wars
What
early,
is our bet?
and
That's
then you
not
will
gonna happen.
fucking get
It
EA
is
access.
not going to happen. It is fucking going to happen. You are fucking
Fuck you,
stupid.
Hug.
It's not going to happen.
Fuck you, Hug. Go to hell.
Hey guys, both of you guys, sit in your corners. Sit in your corners, okay? Face the wall. But also, Sony always has.
I just don't how to say. How do you
No,
think?
I just don't see how you don't see that it won't come to the PS4. It's going to come to the PS4.
PS4, they sit there and said that EA access.
PS4 is failing. They're failing at their fucking rental service. How many times have you rented a game on the
It's
PS4,
not-
Iams?
It is not.
Iams, how many times have you rented a game on the PS4?
That's
or
not
anybody on your friends list on the PS4 has told you, like, oh, I've rented this game, bro. Like, I paid $50 for 7 days.
It doesn't matter. It's EA access is never.
How
gonna
many
come
times
to
have
the
you seen?
PS4.
All right, everybody who's
EA
listening,
access is
everybody,
never.
listen. Anybody who's listening right now, go to the Facebook fucking group and post how many times you've rented a fucking PS4 game on their
Zero.
Rent the PS Now service. And have everybody who owns a PS4, you know what? I'm gonna put a fucking poll up to see how many times people have rented a fucking
That
game.
has
on
nothing to
their
do with this.
Yeah,
EA access
nobody
is still
has.
not gonna- EA access is still
Nobody
not going
has.
to come to the PS4.
I bet you a
It is
fucking
still not
will
gonna happen.
eventually. It'll come next year or if not next year.
No, you said this year at E3 that they would sit there and say. that
I bet you anything EA, if EA's like, if that somehow they find a loophole in the contract with Microsoft, they will do it. They will fucking be like, look, we're going to release it just in time for Star Wars to be early access for everybody. We love everybody, all the gamers. We're a gaming company.
It's possible.
No, it ain't going to happen.
In all fairness, Sony has sunk all their money into that fucking.
But Sony has realized that it's fucking failed. I mean, it has failed. How many
not that.
times?
They sunk all their money into virtual reality. That's
Yeah,
where they've
but,
put their money.
What if they say like, yo, we're gonna support the fucking virtual fucking PS Oculus Rift?
That's what they've put their money on. That's what they think that's the future.
That's a fucking failure, dude. That's gonna be like unless they release that shit for like a $50 peripheral, that thing is gonna feel like a fucking. They're just gonna be horrible. It's gonna just crash. I'm glad Microsoft
bet
is
with you.
stupid like them. I want to bet you.
What do you want to bet?
What do you want to bet?
All right, so what should we bet? Let's ask the community. What should we bet?
What should we bet if EA comes out and announces EA Access coming to the PS4, and if Hug is right and they don't come out and announce it, he wins. What should me and Hug bet? There's the number before E3.
Yeah.
And the
Let us
Facebook
know.
group.
Yeah. And we'll do that crap.
Because
I
I could
so
almost
right.
bet
You're so right.
I could almost bet you know EA Access is gonna have Star Wars early. They're gonna have it early, dude.
Well, that
And they
doesn't
want-
matter. That's not going
And
to
they
mean we're
want
going to have EA
millions of
access.
people to fucking join the EA Access wave. Battlefront is gonna come early to EA Access, and EA Access will come to other platforms.
Well, if it comes early to EA access, then Xbox One people will get it.
They probably don't see the numbers go up. I mean, let's be honest here. How many people are like everybody who signed up for EA Access already signed up for it?
Hey guys, I dropped out for a second. I don't know what happened. So the connection was lost, and then it came
Yeah,
back. So
We're
hopefully,
still arguing.
okay.
Anyway, let's talk.
Fuck it.
Let's move forward. Fuck EA, dude. EA is gonna have some crazy Star Wars shit showing up.
Yeah.
They're gonna have like stormtroopers up on stage shooting guns at people. And, like,
Ruin
fucking-
the robot.
they're gonna have fucking Chewbacca come out and like fucking give everybody hugs and pictures and like gonna have fucking lasers coming down. Darth Vader's gonna come out the back. They're gonna start fighting. It's gonna be crazy.
That would be amazing if it was like if they did like Star Wars on Ice. Like, all right,
Like everybody, we have a special fucking presentation for everybody. Like they're like the stage moves in the Star Wars on Ice. Oh shit. Anyways, let's talk Microsoft. Microsoft has announced, well, they really haven't announced, but I mean, kind of leaked. A new Xbox One controller is coming, guys. It's an updated controller. It actually has the military camo on it. You know, like the Air Force, the Navy, all that bullshit they release. Which is, like, usually every year they release like a camo for each military branch of the United States. Yeah, so they announced that they're gearing up for an exciting E3 where they'll showcase more games and experiences. We have
It also has a jack for your headphones.
Yeah, the new controller, everything looks the same on it. All the specs are the same except number 16, which is a new 3.5mm port for your headset. Like, I guess you don't need an adapter.
Hey, can somebody
Well,
go
you can't
on
talk to
YouTube?
anybody, but you can hear.
Hey, can somebody go on YouTube? Make sure we're still running.
Yeah, I was already on there.
I mean, like
Yeah.
right now, check because I can't even sign in.
That's
I
fine.
mean,
It's all good.
let's be honest. I mean, the fucking the 3.5mm port is just so you can get rid of the adapter. You no
Well,
longer.
also,
Like, how are you going to adjust your
Series
volume?
headset.
You no longer. Well,
Xbox Snap volume
this-
controls. 30 minutes later, it finally pops in on the side.
like, oh shit, I'm playing Battlefield. What the fuck? No, I mean, let's be honest. There had to be a point where those adapters were going to be phased out. This is it. This is it.
Maybe.
No, no, it's not a maybe. This is it. Like, they said starting June 2015, every new console that comes out, you know, every new bundle, every new controller that we put out on stores, it's going to have this new configuration, this new updated SKU. It's a whole new controller. Like, so basically, your day one controllers, keep those people because those are going to be like vintage.
I saw my day one, man.
Like, should I
Mine's
stop?
completely broke.
Just
Should I
stop using
using
it. Yeah, just stop using it. Let that shit work and like keep it in a box and
Should I stop using it so I don't wear
20
off the little print they put on there?
Yeah, 20 years from now, you'll thank me when it's worth like $100,000, dude.
$100,000?
Yeah, you'll be able to.
Yeah, no, man.
I mean, but $100,000 in the future is gonna be like $1,000. Let's be honest here. So like some inflation and shit. So like, in the future, it'll be worth like $1,000.
So like, I need to put it in my will to my son, so like he gets my day one Xbox One.
To pay for my funeral. There you go.
Yeah, a controller, my Xbox One controller.
Yeah.
I think you need to get some sleep there, Jesus. You're going delusional.
Yep.
No, I mean.
That's like saying that access is gonna
This-
come to the PS4. That's
Yeah,
fucking
get the fuck outta
stupid.
here. No. I mean, the adapter is being phased out. They're adding the 3.5mm port. That's what the adapter supports.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
the adapter is
You
phased
can
out.
use pretty much any headset with a
Yeah.
Xbox, which is great.
So, it's cool.
That's a good thing. It will piss off a few companies who are going around making specific headsets for Xbox One, but oh well, too bad.
I mean, but that's good for like companies like Triton who have not developed an Xbox One only headset yet or whatever the fuck. Big companies, headset companies.
At the end of the day, it's a consumer that wins because now we can go out and get the best
Yeah.
headset that we want to use and be able to use it on either PC or on Xbox One. That's good.
Yep. That is the truth. And that is good. Anyways, let's talk more games. Until Dawn has a release date. Until Dawn will come August 25th to North America, August 26th to most other territories, and the 28th to the UK and Ireland.
I put that there because I loved it, the idea of that, and I can't wait for it.
What is Until Dawn? Explain.
It-
I completely forgot about this game.
It is basically you're playing a game like Beyond Two Souls, but it's a horror movie. You're interacting with a horror movie. It's not a lot of gameplay. It's more like choices you make, and you can either make it through the game with all your characters, or you can make it through the game only with one character. To me, it looks really cool, and I love the slasher horror genre. So I'm really looking forward to it.
And it's stunningly beautiful.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks like everything's motion captured and just done really well.
I would play this if it came out on Xbox. Too bad it's not.
Yeah, it looks really cool, man. It's not a game. You're not really like walking around controlling. It looks more like you're making choices. Like, oh, you want to hide, leave the house, exit right here, or hide under the bed. More like that. It's really kind of like just like Beyond Two Souls. I don't know. You guys obviously didn't play it. You guys didn't have the PS3, but Beyond Two Souls was a really cool game. It was like a Telltale, more realistic Telltale game. Let's just put it like that.
The most realistic Telltale game I've played was Heavy Rain.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, very similar to Heavy Rain.
I love Heavy Rain. I mean, if they announced a Heavy Rain 2 for the PS4, I'd probably buy a PS4 just to play that fucking game.
That was the same. Yeah, what's up?
How much would a PS4 cost me right now, and should I buy one?
I'll sell you mine for $900. It's got PT on it.
Oh.
No,
I don't need that PT.
But wait,
Xbox One original.
IAMS, don't you have to sell your account with it too, though? Because only your account can access PT?
Yeah, I lose my account, so I'm really not going to do it.
$10,000 now. $10,000 is yours.
Yeah, I mean, they're right now they're going for like $400, dude. But I don't think it's really worth it for you, Hook. I mean, there's not. Most games are third party. That this year is not going to be the first party year for Sony. I don't think.
Didn't Sony announce that even like Uncharted is not going to come out this year? They're not even going to talk about it at E3. They're going to announce it they're going to leave it for next year.
I think it's Q1 though, so it might be right behind. I'd say it'd be like a February or March.
So they'll probably talk about it. They'll probably show off like a new gameplay trailer, but they probably won't really like.
Should I buy a Wii U?
No, I just sold my Wii U, man. And, like, it wasn't doing anything for me. Sadly, it just was sitting there, and there's no game.
I remember when you got that, and you were talking about Mario Kart and
Super Smash
Brothers, and.
Well, I didn't play Super Smash because I wasn't good enough, and. I wanted to play Zelda, but they kept pushing it off, and now the rumor is there might be this new CX console that could cost, possibly, like, maybe Zelda would be on that as well. Who knows, dude? So Wii U was just sitting there. I sold it.
I had a Wii U, and I played, like, that Zombie U game, and I played some Mario game, and I played another game on there. I think Call of Duty or something else. And, I mean, it was cool, but it wasn't, like, the best, so...
Hook, you should not get a Wii U. PS4 would be awesome, man, if you want to spend the money on it, if you got the money for it.
I need to buy a new fucking router and a hard drive.
There's not a whole lot of...
Don't forget, EA Access is coming to PS4 soon, too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't forget about that, dude. It's going to come pretty soon.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Not.
I might already have it on my 360. Will I get to keep it on there, or will it only come to PS4 now?
I don't think it's coming to PS4. I truly don't. EA really does have those PS4 or the Sony like a partnership. So I mean, you might. That's why I'm thinking you might see Star Wars as like a beta before you would on Xbox. I mean, that's the same way they did.
No fucking way, dude. No.
That's what they did with Hardline, man. That's what they did with Hardline.
Well, did EA actually exist last E3?
No, but Sony has the partnership with EA, not Xbox.
I bet, dude, they'll get to a beta and we'll get to play it a week early because of the EA access.
Maybe. We'll all see, dude.
Absolutely. Every EA game does that.
That's what Sony's doing this year, man. If
they're playing both sides of them. They're like, okay, we're gonna give these guys a beta way early before these other guys, and they give these guys a week early to start the game. That's what they're doing.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Last year was with Battlefield Hardline because they have the partnership. Like, it's same thing with Battlefield. They've always had the partnership with EA. I mean, with Sony.
What are you talking about? Battlefield 3, didn't it come out on Xbox One?
No, everything for Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 came on Sony first.
No, bullshit.
Yes.
No fucking way.
Yes, because Xbox had Call of Duty the Xbox deal.
But isn't Call of Duty, isn't the partnership over already?
I don't know.
Isn't there like a rumor coming about that like this year? What's that company called?
This year, Activision
is going to come out with Sony, and instead of announcing the next Call of Duty game on like Xbox One and showing it off with them, they're going to come out on stage with Sony and be like, "Look, we love you guys. We have a new partnership with Sony. You guys get DLC 130."
I don't know, but speaking of EA and Activision, Titanfall 2 will not be at EA this year.
There's some bullshit. You think? I think we'll see it at Gamescom. The one in Germany.
Maybe, but they already said for sure it's not going to be at E3.
Yeah, but I mean, I would not doubt that we will see this game at Gamescom sometime this year somewhere. EA is going to hold a conference for this game.
Yeah,
Because it could not come out next year. If it doesn't come out next year, then the hype for that game will die off. Unless they're like really revamping the entire fucking system, where like
Titanfall 2.
Everything you can customize everything on your Titan.
No, they won't die off because they're going cross-platform. So whoever the new platform is, like PlayStation, if it's going to PC as well, that'll build up the hype.
But I mean, on Xbox One, I still go back and play the game. It's so simple yet it's so good. It reminds me a lot of Call of Duty 4, which is what these guys worked on. They made Call of Duty 4, and it is so easy to play. It's so simple, yet it works so fucking well. You can have so much fun in Titanfall, playing the same maps over and over and over, just with your buddies.
Oh wait, so Hook's question was, should you buy a PS4? I don't know, man. Hook, I think might be a waste of money.
All right.
Are you game sharing?
Hook, wait till after E3 when Sony announces their price drop, just like Microsoft will. I'm pretty sure they will.
That might be a possibility. I mean, are you game sharing, Hook, with somebody?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, right?
They've already confirmed they aren't going to have a price drop.
Yeah, they confirmed.
That'll come.
Sony. They said
We've
that
actually
it wouldn't be good for the gaming market.
Sony. Do you see Sony came out and said that?
Yeah.
Then I bet you Microsoft's going to announce a price drop. Microsoft will be like,
not to 300.
no way, dude. No, 325, 320.
A permanent.
They'll announce a $300 price drop with like old games, with like Dead Rising 3 and fucking Rise or something with it. They will, dude. There's no way they can.
How much have you had to drink tonight? Because usually I'm the
they'll
one
have a-
talking nonsense.
They'll have a bundle. They'll absolutely have a bundle, but
How
I
can
don't
they
know
not
that price will
capitalize
be
on
the
that?
thing.
I mean, you guys really think they're gonna continue selling these fucking consoles that are fucking not up to par with each other, just fucking $400 a piece still? I doubt that.
Okay, 350 or 400.
Their Xbox is already $350. Everywhere I go down the street to the fucking store, every Xbox is $350. Every bundle is $350. The Assassin's Creed bundle is $350. The bundle with the Halo Master Edition is $350. The regular Xbox is $350. The price drop has already happened. People just haven't realized that it has happened.
Do you
Xbox
think they'll come out? Microsoft and Sony will both come out with a slimmer Xbox and PS4.
No, not this year. Next year maybe. Not this year.
I think they'll come out with it this year.
Maybe no. I think this year they'll come out with the bigger hard drives on them. Like I think PS4 might announce like, hey, like look guys, we understand 500 gigs isn't enough. We don't want you guys opening up your PS4. We're announcing a 1 terabyte edition of our console because you know what.
But you don't think they'll come out with new forms of it? And it's been what, 2 years?
No way.
When did they come out with the 360S?
With the S? They came
Slim.
out with that thing like in 2009, dude. That's like 4 years after launch. I mean, I know technology is moving way faster nowadays, which is, you know, understandable that they might come out with a slim version, but I really doubt it.
What do the rest of y'all think?
I think this DirectX 12 will like smooth some shit out.
It will, but I don't think it'll do much for the Xbox. It'll do a lot for the PC, but not a lot for the Xbox.
I think
Yeah,
both these consoles are basically held back by their hardware. I mean they can keep moving forward so much. I mean
They were developed, dude. They started developing these consoles years ago, where like they didn't imagine how fast PC tech was gonna move.
yeah, that's true. I mean
And PC technology has evolved. So every year you see Nvidia and AMD come out with this graphic card can fucking display 5 million pixels per second on your fucking screen. There's so many pixels that you can't even tell how many pixels it is.
Well, I mean, even how fast tech is. I saw a LG TV at Walmart the other day, 50-inch for $998, 4K.
Have you guys seen that new Samsung TV that they announced at some kind of electronics show in Korea? That TV is as thin as like a fucking it's thinner than a fucking iPad, I think. It's so thin that you can hang it on your wall.
yeah.
It looks like a fucking picture on the wall. Like that's what it's gonna look like.
But as far as like the tech goes, like consoles, it is being held back by the graphics, the cards that are actually in the consoles, which it's hard for them to actually move forward and get a better card, because if they get a better card, I mean the card that I just ordered from my computer, it literally costs the same exact amount as a new Xbox One console costs just for the graphics card. So if they were to move like forward and get these super good graphics, I mean the console price is going to jump up $800-900. And no one's gonna buy it. So then what do you do? So I mean, there's not much you can do about that. I mean, you can't have $900 consoles. No one's gonna buy them.
No, I mean, I think they're doing the right thing. I mean, I'd rather have a console than a PC that I have to worry about upgrading to. And even if it says they said, oh, they look so much better, I don't really care. I'm not really worried about that. I mean, I think I'm going to be fine with whatever comes out.
The consoles are good. The Xbox One. I mean, I played some games on the Xbox One that blew my mind, like the Wolfenstein game, Old Blood. I mean, that was like a PC game running on a console. It was fucking spectacular. It was amazing. The graphics were so sharp. There was no sharp edges. There was no motion blur. It was all 60 frames, just solid. Like, it was incredible. I mean, but they took the time to make that game that much. They took the time to make an 8-hour single-player game, a 35 gig download. I mean, that's the same exact like size, the data size or whatever, as The Witcher. So, I mean, no wonder why it looks so good.
Yeah. I don't know, dude.
It's just they have to take the time. You have to take the time and put the effort into. I mean, but The Witcher is like good. I mean, Witcher is 35 gigs, and I'm so stunned by how much like stuff is there in that game. Is fuck, it's amazing.
Anyways, let's talk Halo Master Chief. Halo Master Chief, the ODST version game came out today. Halo 3 ODST came out, and you're gonna get your Xbox code soon. I think I got my code earlier today. Did you get yours, Arms?
Yep.
I got mine yesterday.
Check your guys' mailboxes. I think it's on the Xbox itself, or go to your Smart Glass app. Smart Glass is fucking amazing. It's like texting for free, but Smart Glass. Yeah.
That's cool, man. That was cool of Bungie, because you know what? They said everyone who played online before that certain date, and I had not played it, and they still gave it to me.
Yeah, they still gave it to you. I mean, I'm pretty sure they're probably just trying to fix their wrongs. You know, they're trying to make the things right before Halo 5 big announcement comes out on E3.
I bought that crap, and I still haven't really played it because it was so broken when it first came out.
Yeah, have I?
I guess I need to go back and check it out again.
I think I need to go back and co-op the fucking the multiplayer, the campaign or whatever. Also, it's going to be running at 1080p, 60 frames per second. Halo 3, ODST.
Nice.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go back and play some of that. I need to go back and play some SWAT. Brink, me and you need to play some SWAT.
That'd be fun.
That sounds totally sexual.
The SWAT's actually pretty fun. The SWAT's like the only game mode I really like.
Hey, Brink, you need to play some SWAT with my massive chalice.
Oh, man.
That's cool. Hey, that is cool because ODST was one of the first ones I played. It was just a random. I bought it because it was a $2.99 at GameStop used, and that game was really cool. It was different. It was a lot different than the rest of the Halo games.
That's why I didn't like it when it came out. I was like, what is this shit? This ain't Halo.
Dude, it isn't Halo. It's really weird, but I thought it was cool. I liked it. Yeah.
Maybe now after not playing a Halo game for so long, it might be good. I just wish they it was actually a remaster and not just like a port. It really won't look that different than what it was before. It'll just run a little bit better.
Yeah, I guess we'll have to check it out. I mean, I wonder if anyone's streaming this on Twitch right now.
When does it come out?
That idea. That'd be good.
It's out.
Oh, okay.
I've got the download code.
So do I.
You didn't click on it? You just click on that thing and push redeem, and it just...
Yeah. Also, guys, Windows 10 companion app is now coming to both the iPhone and Android. Cortana is coming, ladies and gentlemen. They're announcing a phone companion app built into Windows 10, which will let you help you connect with your Windows PC to whatever phone you own, whether it's a Windows phone, Android phone, or iPhone. So Cortana will be like Siri's replacement.
Yeah, but now it's something for Android. I wonder if it'll work like
so I wonder if you could replace Siri, if they allowed they've got Microsoft to or Apple to allow them to replace Siri with the voice of Cortana.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah, that ain't
So
happening.
you have to I mean, it's gonna be useless to have to go the Microsoft app, open it up, and then talk to Cortana. That's gonna be stupid.
That's what it'll be.
Yeah.
They'll come up with something that maybe you can leave that Microsoft app open and hit something, but no, they're not. They're not going to let Cortana come in over Apple.
And replace Siri.
When does Windows 10 go live? Is that like July?
I don't remember.
I think it was July. Do you think there's gonna be a lot of Windows 10 stuff at E3?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot
They
of
might show Windows
stuff.
10 on the Xbox.
That'll be a big chunk of their presentation.
I hope I don't get Windows 10 update one day and just breaks my computer.
Don't get the first. Don't get the first Windows 10. Just wait for the second generation, and it'll be sorted.
You know what game we forgot about that EA is gonna be talking about this year? Need for Speed.
welcome
Welcome
to
to
last
forgot about it.
Welcome to
Need for
last
Speed.
week.
It's fucking crazy. Like Need for Speed looks good this year.
I think it'll be fun. Plus you can customize, which Rivals was missing.
Wow, that's gonna be dope.
All right, I'm going to bed. Y'all keep talking. I'm going to catch y'all later.
Peace out, Hook.
Bye.
I'm
Later,
going to go to a water park with 5 kids tomorrow. I got to
that
go to bed.
doesn't sound like okay. Yeah, go later.
Go to sleep.
I love y'all.
We love you.
Okay.
Except Jesus, he's always wrong.
Okay.
Fuck you, Hook. You're gonna lose. You're gonna lose.
Lose what? I don't get it.
I don't know.
You're high or tired, Jesus. I can't figure it out.
I don't know yet. Anyways, let's talk games.
Well, haven't we been talking games?
Have we?
Waking up?
I think I am.
Awkward.
The infamous Jesus thing is just like, anyways.
So you guys want to talk games?
Continue, IAMs.
I know, but I know.
So,
I know-
anyways, this week we haven't talked about what we've been playing, but I play a lot of Madden this week, dude. And I fucking realized that this week I would really like. I told myself like, you know what? I'm gonna play games because I'm gonna fucking game this week. And I realized I suck at video games.
Does your girlfriend leave you?
Well, when you never play them.
Well, I really suck. I mean, like, I legit went back to Battlefield Hardline. I could not get one kill. Like, literally, I was like, these kids are faster than me. What the fuck? Like, they would see me like 10 minutes before I saw them.
Dude, when I was playing Battlefield, man, I was seriously like top of the leaderboard every time. I was having fun.
I was like 1 in 20, dude. Like, I legit got one kill, and that's because the guy was sniping somebody else and like went behind him and shot him in the head. Besides that, like, I could not get a kill. I was like, what the fuck? And I found it really hard to aim. Like, even like I went back to playing Far Cry as well, and I was trying to hunt like a fucking deer, and I could not shoot the deer because I couldn't aim. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what the hell's going on with me? I cannot aim at the fucking deer. It's like it's not even fucking moving. It's standing still, and I'm trying to aim at it, and I completely miss. I don't even know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You suck.
I suck at fucking games, guys. Like, have I lost it? Am I getting too old for video games? What's going on?
No,
I
you
need
just
to play
don't
more.
play anymore, dude. You got to hone your skills and keep.
I gotta like go
Keep
back and play. I think I need to start off with like something like Diablo 3, where like you just hold down the right trigger and just like gotta get like
Yeah.
a finger used to it,
Yeah.
and then like upgrade myself up to like the shooting games because I
That.
suck.
Yeah, man, you gotta practice. I mean, I know it's like Call of Duty out. When if I jump in right now, I'm gonna suck worse, man. But if I play for 3 hours straight, at the end of that 3 hours, I'll get zoned in, and then if I come back the next day, you know, I'll still be slightly zoned in. But if you wait a while and try to come back, you're just not gonna be
I
there.
mean, lately, you know, I've been working a lot. I work a lot. You know, I work 2 jobs, and it's fucking hard. I don't game a lot, but I've been trying to game, and I even went back to playing Madden. And the only game I won was 1 game, and that's because the guy quit. Like, I fucking suck at video games. It's
Nice.
horrible.
That's
horrible.
a legit win, man. Doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile.
Yeah.
Works.
But Madden 15 is a lot of fun. I can't wait till Madden 16 comes out.
Is it gonna be any different? Are they gonna bring SMGs to this one or what?
Yeah, I mean, you guys think that it's no difference, but like, I mean, playing Madden 15 is different from playing Madden. What was the last one? 25. It's kind of weird saying 25 from 16 or 15 or whatever. But I mean,
Yeah.
Madden 25 was different. I mean, the graphics are a little bit less downgraded in 25. They're kind of like look a little shittier. The players look a little less detailed. On Madden 15, they look pretty detailed. I was like, wow, like the way the game starts off to it like when it first launches, it puts you in the Super Bowl like you're playing like as the Panthers against the Seahawks to go to the Super Bowl, and either you win or you lose, and it's like, okay, this team won or this team, like, and it puts you in the game like right away. Like it doesn't even like, it just starts off with like a fucking like a cutscene, and then you're in the game. You're the players, and you're like, what the fuck?
You're aware that right now you've pretty much lost everybody you're talking to, and probably 90% of our audience. We have no idea what you're talking about. Super Bowl.
I don't care. Madden, fucking Madden, dude. Fuck you.
Who is Madden? Is he a schoolboy or is he a ball player?
Fuck you guys. Just because you guys play fucking cricket in New Zealand, don't come at me with that shit.
We play a real game called rugby where we don't need to wear pads.
Who the fuck? Who even watches rugby?
Quite a few million people. The World Cup.
The only people who live in New Zealand.
No. The Rugby World Cup is the third most watched international sport in the world, I think.
What's the first? And the second?
The first is the Tour de France, the cycling thing, and I think one of the tennis events is bigger. Oh, sorry, Soccer World Cup. That's it.
There's 3 sports I like growing up. 2 sports. 3 flies up and Smear the Queer. That was it, man. You guys ever played Smear the Queer?
Yeah.
That's a real sport.
But I mean, have you guys ever played like a sports game online? Those fucking things are hard as hell to play online.
Hey, I play fighting games online, and I suck, dude. So
dude.
I play some of the basketball online, and that's fun as fuck. I love that.
I mean, I don't know what it is about Madden. I just love playing it online. Like, even though I lose, it's fun to know that I'm actually playing like another player that's making the decisions. He's making the plays. He's picking the certain plays that he's picking, you know. And it's fun to, like, when I get like a big touchdown or when I get like a big run ahead of him, and I'm like, yeah, like I fucking tricked you. It's like, it feels good, you know. But when I cannot play, like, I realized I cannot play Madden with like the franchise mode, like the single story player, whatever the fuck mode. I can't play that. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I play the basketball game, NBA, what's 2K, so I know what you're talking about. I don't like Madden. I find Madden stupid.
I used to play NBA Street back in the day with like
We need to bring back NBA Ballers.
So NBA 2K has a street ball in it. That's the one I play online. That's fun.
Oh,
it's over
yeah.
the top and good fun.
What about NBA Jam? That was fun, dude.
NBA Jam was cool.
Yeah.
And when you're in the arcade, dude, that was a fun game.
Anyways, how long do you guys think before The Witcher 3 sees a sale?
Sees a sale?
Yeah, like see it go on sale. It's such a big game, dude. Like everywhere I see is The Witcher 3 being talked about. Like there's no other game that people are talking about.
Because they're still playing it so long, but you'll see sales just like any other game, like a month, 2 months.
You're all over the place, Jesus. Half a minute ago, we were talking about games we played this week. Now we've jumped off to something else. No one else has talked about the games they're playing this week.
What have you guys played?
Witcher 3.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. You guys have all played the fucking Witcher. You guys talked about that way before.
No, Brink's played quite a few different games, I would have think.
What, the Dragon Age?
I played Borderlands pre-sequel.
You said that was fixed,
Advanced Warfare. Yeah, it's fixed. It's running great. It runs just as good as Borderlands 2 now.
Nice. I have to give it a go.
That was enough for me. Like I played that all day. It was great. Whereas before it was just like I could only play it for 20 minutes at a time.
I never tried it. I was going to wait till it got fixed, and now it's fixed. I still won't play it because of Witcher 3.
It's a lot of fun.
Man. Witcher 3 is gonna hold me off longer than when Batman comes out. And when Batman comes out, I'm ready to play, dude. So.
I played some Battlefield 4. I tried out the I want to say the new gun game mode, or Gun Master, but it's not new. It's from Battlefield 3, and that was copied from Black Ops. But it's a great game mode. It's a lot of fun. It's fast paced. Nobody's camping because they got to get kills with these weapons so they can move on to the next weapon. So it's real frantic. Yeah, I didn't play it for too long because my headset has this horrible issue with like the audio clips. And it's the worst in Battlefield by far, and it's very distracting. And so,
have you played? So you said you played Battlefield.
Yeah.
You played the Battlefield 4?
Yep.
That new update. What are the new guns that came out on that?
I don't know the specific guns, to be honest with
They
you.
came out because I read the patch notes or whatever, and they said they're gonna release like 5 new guns or something like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't Battlefield 4? Wasn't DICE saying they're gonna release a new DLC for it? Like a brand new DLC, like an extra DLC for free for everybody.
I think there was a rumor. I think that was this DLC, man. I don't think it.
That's it. Like all they did was release a few guns and that's it. Like what the fuck? I thought it was gonna be like a new map, at least one map.
But they're still supporting the game after 2 years, and it was free. So
Battlefield 4 was the right way to go about multiplayer. I mean, because I was having fun with Hardline. I was having a lot of fun with it, and I was defending it against Brink and Tragic back in the day. And then me, Tragic, and Brink all played Battlefield 4, and I realized, like, oh shit, like, Battlefield Hardline's missing a lot.
It is missing a lot of the Battlefield 4. Like, even I went back to a little bit of Battlefield 4 after playing Hardline this week, because Hardline I couldn't get a kill. And like Battlefield 4 just, I don't know, it seems more fun to me.
It's a more solid. It's just a smoother experience, man. Battlefield 4 is like where it's at. And
well, wasn't that developed by 2 different developers though? Because isn't the actual real DICE, like DICE Sweden, aren't they the ones working on Star Wars this whole year?
That's true, yeah.
And the ones who made Hardline were like DICE
Visceral
or something like that.
Hardline. They
Oh yeah,
did
Visceral.
Dead Space game, which is such a vastly different style of game. It's crazy that they did a Battlefield game.
Yeah, so I mean, you could tell the difference between the two. It's like one team, like they know Battlefield, the other team doesn't know Battlefield.
Yeah, I forgot what I was getting to, and I didn't even finish that sentence. Forget it. Not important.
Not important.
No. So here's some more Brink. Brink, talk about Battlefield or whatever.
What about Battlefield? Why is Battlefield still so good after 2 years?
It's just super deep, and it's super epic. The maps are huge. There's so much going on. What is it? 64 players? It's just it's insanity. It's just those you get those Battlefield moments. Just jets crashing in front of you, giant explosions, tank rolls over you. Like it's great chaos. It's beautiful chaos.
That fucking I was playing Battlefield, and in Hardline you don't really get those types of moments. Like I play a lot of the what's that mode called, the Heist, and you don't really see because in Hardline I feel like playing Conquest isn't really fair to the game. I feel like you have to play kind of like Heist or the hostage mode or whatever, Rescue I think it's called. Just because it's cops and robbers. But I don't feel comfortable playing Conquest in that game. I tried Conquest like once, and it wasn't the same as Battlefield 4. Like in Battlefield 4 you have Conquest and you have like these jets and these fucking helicopters and you're like tagging the enemies and all this shit. In Battlefield Hardline it doesn't feel like you should be doing that.
It's smaller. You don't have any tanks, and also what I really liked in Battlefield was Hotwire, man. I could play that for hours. You get in a good car.
Hotwire is fun.
Yeah, you get in a good car with somebody who knows how to drive, and you just jump in there as a mechanic and just repair, and you can get like 10 to 12 like 1,000 XP for one match. Like it's fun, dude. I liked it. I like just blowing a car up, man. It just feels so satisfying.
The one cool thing I said they did bring in Hardline was those guns that you could like fucking rappel up like a fucking side wall or whatever, just any wall.
Yeah, the hook. Oh, what do you call them? I forgot why.
I don't even know what the fuck they're called. They're like
Grappling hook.
Yeah, grappling hooks. Those things are fucking awesome. Cause you can fuck so many people up.
Especially with a sniper, you just grapple up a building and snipe up there.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting shit.
And I was playing the shit out of Hardline. Nobody wanted to come play, man. I played that for like 3 weeks solid. 4 weeks, maybe. I don't know. I was playing for a while.
It's just a bad time.
Yeah, that's how it
Too
works.
addicted to
it came out in a weird time. I mean, Battlefield didn't, because Battlefield 4 came out in November, right before like the Xbox One came out, or October or whatever, right before the Xbox One came out. And then they announced Hardline, which was supposed to come out the next October or the next November. Then they delayed it a few months because they like realized they're gonna like release a game that's very similar to the last one, just cops and robbers. But I feel like they didn't deliver on it. I feel like it's missing so much from Battlefield 4, what Battlefield 4 isn't missing.
Yeah, but it's its own thing. It still stands like solid for $60 price. It's just comparing it to Battlefield, and it doesn't.
It has the name. The thing is that it has the name of Battlefield on it. That's why you have to compare it to
Yeah.
the last one. It's like if Call of Duty came out with the new Call of Duty, and it wasn't nothing like Call of Duty, and you're like, why the fuck does it have the Call of Duty name on it? Then
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man.
I mean, there's a reason you can hop on Battlefield 4 right now and instantly get into a 64-player match. Like there are tons of people playing that still.
I mean, you could say that it's because EA Access and everybody has it for free. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, it's like a lot of people are really dedicated to Battlefield 4 because Battlefield Hardline isn't just as good. Like playing the other day, I was like, what the fuck? How come I can't aim with these guns? I can't shoot with these guns. And in Battlefield 4, I was easily get kills left and right, do the objectives. And in Battlefield Hardline, it seems a lot harder to do that.
Yeah, that's funny. That's the same experience I had. And Imes knows because he's playing with me, and I'm whining like a little girl.
I'm
saying
like,
how I
check it out,
can't
dude.
aim and kill anybody for some reason, and then I'll just hop right on Battlefield 4, and suddenly I hit everything I aim at.
If the
It's so
controls
bizarre.
The controls are completely different. You can just tell they're two different developers. But I mean, Hardline I was still really good at. I was playing Team Deathmatch and I was pulling like 30 to 35 kills, man. I mean, like I was on that. It's, even with Battlefield 4, they all have solid like shooting, but it's different. It's like two completely different games. And Jesus, you gotta play for more than 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta play for more than 5 minutes every 3 months.
I still want to play the campaign in Hardline.
The campaign is really
demo was
good.
cool.
I think I'm halfway through, or 3/4 of the way through. It's really good.
You know, a lot of people complain about Call of Duty, how they don't change much, they don't do this, they don't do anything. But you know what? When Call of Duty drops a game every year, it's a solid experience all around.
It is, dude, but ever since Ghost, I feel like I've lost Call of Duty at Black Ops 2, and I'm hoping, I'm just wishing Black Ops 3 comes out and delivers it, and I'm back on the Call of Duty train, because I used to be such a big Call of Duty fan, especially in Black Ops 2. I was a Master Prestige or whatever the fuck. I mean, I was into that fucking game, dude. And then, like, all of a sudden, Ghost came out, or was it? Yeah, it was Ghost. And that game completely, like, lost it. Like, it lost it for me. Like, I did not feel the need or want or the desire to play that game at all. I just wanted to play Battlefield.
Same here.
Because I was
agree.
like, Battlefield is next gen. Call of Duty is last gen. Like, that's how I felt about it. And even Advanced Warfare came out, and I was like, okay, maybe Advanced Warfare, they've had time to work on this. They know this is next gen already. Let's see how it goes. And it didn't do it for me. Like, even with like the little like exosuit shits, it wasn't that good.
Advanced Warfare feels pretty next gen to me, especially compared to Ghost.
In the campaign, it feels next gen to me, but the multiplayer, it feels so like outdated. Like, oh, you shoot at this wall and the wall doesn't get destroyed, or like you blow up this fucking wall and the wall is still there. It's like, I'm so used to Battlefield where you throw a grenade against a wall and the wall will fucking blow up. I mean, that shit's gone.
Yeah.
You know, I was watching some of the gameplay to that game Hatred. Remember that?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch that?
Yeah,
It looks like fun, man. And you could just blow up walls and shit and run through them. Like, it looked like a lot of fun. I might be playing this.
Yeah, that game looks crazy. I mean, but it's only on PC, so you'll probably be the only guy who ever plays that out of us.
Well, I might be killing some innocent bystanders and loving it. So, just let you guys know.
Anyways, let's talk about video game companies. And I'm looking at this article real quick, and it says when video game companies help prosecute their players. And it's talking about Blizzard, how last year they cooperated with the FBI to get 2 Diablo 3 players to plead guilty in criminal court over charges relating to a series of in-game thefts over the summer. So these 2 guys basically sent like this link on a chat in Diablo 3, and they got these people's like legendary gold items, and their gold and legendary items to their own accounts, and they got they had $9,000 worth of items from other players. And they got found guilty because they pleaded guilty to all these charges or whatever. Now they have to pay Blizzard back over $5,000. And it's not the first case of this happening. This has happened before, where Valve, had this guy. They set up a fake job interview with this guy named Axel Gimb, and he was a German kid who hacked into Valve's servers, and he released Half-Life 2 early. and he cost Valve $250 million. That's what they estimate how much he cost them in damage. But Valve later turned around and made, like early access for Steam games and all that shit. So like they kind of like learned from it, and they made these early access games. What do you guys think about that? I mean, do you guys think like companies should be allowed to prosecute players for fighting exploits or cheats in their games to benefit themselves?
Should a company be allowed to protect their intellectual property?
Well, I
Fuck
mean,
yeah.
but I mean, these kids, they were able to find a hack, or a link, because all they did was send a link to you as a player on Diablo 3, and all your shit would transfer to them if you clicked on the link.
Yeah, but then
Is
they
that their fault,
exploited
or it should really be blamed on the developer for not making a strong enough, a system to fucking fight shit like this?
Well, and I think there's more to the story than just that, and absolutely a company should be able to protect their property. I think there's more to the story, though. I think it's more than just they found a hack.
Well, I'm pretty sure they probably like knew how to hack or whatever, but
The fact is that they've hacked it. This suggests that they're doing something that's against the terms and conditions that you agree to play games at, which you accept terms and conditions on Xbox console, which probably covers stuff like that. And I imagine same with PC and Steam and whatever.
wow. I mean, there's a lot of crazy cases. There's a case of a guy who was he was an Australian man. He was arrested for hacking into a Riot Games employee's computer, and he claimed to have access to 24.5 million accounts of League of Legends. Before he was arrested, he was said to be making $1,000 a day selling rare character skins taken from these accounts. He would also occasionally harass high-level players by disconnecting them from matches during public streams or resetting their accounts to faraway countries to cause game lags.
Oh, that's messed up.
He was arrested on 9 charges of hacking and fraud and found with more than $110,000 worth of Bitcoin in his accounts.
Good job.
So, I mean, there's people out there to exploit these games, and there's people, and I hope you never run into that, Ives, when you go into PC gaming, but that is something you have to deal with in PC gaming, I think.
Well, the thing with PC gaming for me, I'm into it for the solo experience. All my multiplayer and stuff will mostly be on the console still, because that's where my friends are at. I mean, I can't compete. There's no way I can compete with PC gamers with the mouse, and I can't do mouse. I've tried it. I can't do it. So you'll still see me on consoles, man.
So you're gonna just say you're not gonna play like multiplayer on your PC at all? Like like big games like, let's say Battlefield, where it looks so much better on PC.
Nope. No, man, because Battlefield experience is fun with friends, man, and I don't have friends on PC. I'll still be on consoles, dude, for sure. I mean, I just want it for games like Batman, The Witcher, where it's just, it's just, yeah, man, you'll still see me. Yeah, me.
Interesting. But yeah, it's just weird.
So weird.
It's so weird that we're just like sitting here.
You ever just like look at the stars, man?
On
So weird.
Weird. What do you guys think of Tomb Raider being exclusive to the Xbox One? Do you guys think it's gonna make the franchise fail eventually?
Well,
or do you guys think
it came out again, and they also said that was still planned to be a timed exclusive. There was a thing that came out and said that it might be an exclusive, not a timed exclusive, but an exclusive. But then now they came out and said no, the same plans are still in place to have it come like multi-platform. So,
did you see we're supposed to get big Tomb Raider news on the 1st?
So is that's like a week before E3, right?
That's like tomorrow or the next day.
Well, that's Monday.
It's Monday. So
these companies are like scrambling my brain with all this. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be. Oh, I promise it's not. Oh, I promise it is. Like it's screwing us up, man. They can only cry wolf so many times that people just don't give a shit.
I've stopped listening to the news. I'm just waiting now for E3 to see what comes out. I'll just experience it firsthand rather than listening to all this innuendo and other bullshit.
But I mean, Tomb Raider is a big franchise for them to be able to lock up exclusively, especially if Microsoft is somehow able to pay fucking, who's the developer for Tomb Raider?
Square Enix.
Crystal Dynamics, right?
Mm.
Isn't it Crystal? I think it's Crystal Dynamics.
Dynamics Square Enix, yeah.
Yeah. So they work for Square Enix or whatever. But I mean, if these guys are able to lock up these developers and tell them, like you can only make this game for like the Xbox system, the Xbox One, they're eventually going to lose a lot of money. Because I mean, how much has the PS4 outsold the Xbox by now? I know they don't bring those numbers up anymore, but I mean,
10 million or some shit.
I think it's I think it's around double.
They're way ahead of the Xbox One, and I mean, PS4 knows that. They know that. They're like, fuck you. You go ahead and be exclusive to them, but you're gonna lose 10 million people that can buy your game.
Yeah, exclusivity doesn't really help gaming at all. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like that it's exclusive to Microsoft.
First party though
consoles.
does. First party makes sense,
It makes sense, but I don't like it because that company will eventually end up losing money unless they're getting a massive payout from whoever they're exclusive to, which I assume the Tomb Raider people are.
But they also need it. They can't. If everything was on both consoles, what would be important about having one console? It'll never work like that. They need to have a reason to try to lure you over to my console. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess.
But I mean, this year's E3. Let's talk about this year's E3 real quick. Who do you think will win? And and I'm not talking about in terms of who's gonna be better. I'm talking in terms of who will have the better exclusives coming to their systems this year. And I think this year will be the year Microsoft actually will have the better exclusives coming to their system. Because I mean, we have Halo 5 coming out on October 27th. We have Forza 6, which is undoubtedly going to launch sometime in October or September. And then we have the exclusive Rise of the Tomb Raider coming sometime this year. The PS4, what does the PS4 have? I mean, they have Persona 5, Dragon Quest Heroes. I mean, these are all Japanese RPG games and shit. They have No Man's Sky, which is probably their biggest one this year. They don't have Uncharted because they already said Uncharted is not going to come till 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think that would really help Microsoft in their sales?
Microsoft is, I think, gonna actually just be way better with the exclusive this year. I really looking forward to Hellblade whenever that comes out. Haven't seen much on it. Maybe we'll see that at E3. But Microsoft's got it right now as far as the exclusives. I don't know what to say. There's not much you can do unless they come out at E3 and just come out with a bunch of shit that we've never heard of. Then Microsoft will be catching up eventually. It'll all even out in the end. You think those people who have PS4s are probably going to buy an Xbox One eventually too when there's enough games for them to play.
But I mean, one big thing that people don't realize is that Microsoft has lost its marketing partnership with this biggest game, Call of Duty. It's over. Their partnership is over. If you look at the Call of Duty Black Ops 3, all their ads or all their this shit going on, you see a lot of PS4. You see the game on a PS4 game cover. You don't see it on an Xbox One game cover. There's Doritos and Mountain Dew commercials coming out with Call of Duty being announced, but it's being announced on a PS4 or PlayStation. That is a big thing. I mean, for people who play competitively online, Xbox has always been the way to go. But I mean, what if Sony locked up Call of Duty?
Well, I think yes, but also Call of Duty is already such a known franchise that people aren't going to watch a trailer of Call of Duty at the end it says PlayStation. They're going to be like, oh, it's only on PS4, like they did with Titanfall, where they see oh, it's only on Xbox. I think the people who are playing it are still going to be playing it. I still think Microsoft's better at Call of Duty.
At online gaming. Well, I agree with you on that. I think Microsoft has always been better at online gaming.
Okay, just Call of Duty specifically, because I bought Call of Duty Ghosts on PS4, and I couldn't get used to the DualShock controller with Call of Duty. It just doesn't work for me.
I mean, for example, I'm going to read this article right here. It says the press, people that work in the gaming industry, they already have gone into play Call of Black Ops 3, you know, their beta or whatever the fuck they have going on right now. They've already played that, but they've played them on PS4s. When usually they've played all those games like, you know, Ghost, Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, you know, Advanced Warfare 3. They played all those games on Xboxes. And they're saying, you know, like, this is kind of weird, you know, we're playing these on PS4 when we usually used to play these on Xbox. It's kind of hard to ignore this when Xbox used to be the biggest brand for Call of Duty. Like, it was just the big deal for them.
Yes. How?
I mean, that means no more 1 month DLC exclusivity. You know, that means all that shit. I mean, it's a big deal for PS4. What if PS4 is the one who gets the 1 month ahead of everybody else? Do you think people will make the big jump to the PS4 over the Xbox One?
There's a chance.
360 players? I'm talking 360 players who have not yet bought an Xbox One and have been undecisive, you know, but they play Call of Duty a lot. Do you think they'll just go ahead and be like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just going to PS4 instead?
I don't know, man. It's all about loyalty, and I think it's hard to say, man. It's really hard to say. I mean, this E3 could change a lot. So, you know, next week we should come back and do all of our predictions. We should make some predictions on what we think may or may not happen.
E3 comes out, well, it actually starts, doesn't it start Sunday night with like a big company show?
Yeah, dude. Bethesda first
Bethesda, yeah, usually they're starting it off on Monday night, or Sunday night, actually, like
Sunday
around
night.
6 p.m. or 9 p.m. or whatever.
They're like the first one to go, man, like a day before.
Yeah.
So, I mean, hopefully, I hope we see Fallout 4. You know they're going to talk about Elder Scrolls Online coming to consoles. I don't think they're going to talk about Elder Scrolls like in any other capacity besides those. Like, I mean, Fallout is probably their biggest franchise, dude. Or if anything, they might mention a Dishonored. Dishonored 2 coming to consoles or whatever.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool as hell.
Yeah, either one, dude, would be super cool. A new Skyrim, a new Fallout, a new Dishonored, any of those would be super awesome.
That'd be amazing.
Well, the online comes out in 6-7 days' time. I think it's the 8th over here. It's already queued up on my games, ready to go. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes.
The Elder Scrolls Online comes out this month.
June 9th.
Comes out this week. This very week.
We have, I think, isn't it Payday 2 coming out on the 12th? Do you guys plan to get on that at all?
No,
Nope.
I'll be skipping that.
No, there's not enough time, man. Jesus, there's not enough time.
There's a few games coming out. But, there's another one too. Payday 2 I won't be playing that myself, but there's nothing else coming out later in the month. There is golf coming out this month, but I don't think anyone else here will be interested.
Do you guys plan to play the Elder Scrolls Online?
I have it queued up to go. I don't know when I'll get to it, but it's definitely there for me to play.
I know. The thing I was thinking about is either Elder Scrolls or it's going to be The Witcher 3. And I bought The Witcher 3 because, you know, like, and then... But there's a chance I might get in the summer because, I mean, I am game sharing. I can always, you know, half that price, $30 each. You know, that's... I might be playing it, but between Witcher and Batman, it's like there's already till the end of July probably.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for the community when you hear about new games. So that'll be what I'll be playing for a while. So.
Well, I mean, let's be honest here. Those are the biggest games coming out this summer. I mean, you got Witcher, Elder Scrolls, and Batman. There's nothing really big coming out. I mean, Payday 2's coming out, but Payday 2 isn't big.
I still want to go back and play Game of Thrones, the Telltale. I still got to catch up.
Oh, that new episode, huh? It came out this Tuesday or whatever.
I got to catch up on episode 3 and 4.
Yeah.
And Life is Strange, man. I just haven't had time.
I've been watching the actual season. That shit's crazy. I was like, what the fuck?
So, Jesus, you guys want to do questions?
Let's move on. Yeah, let's go to community questions real quick.
There's only 2 that we haven't covered, from what I can see.
Yeah. We could still give him a shout out. Who left us?
No, we've already talked about Brandon Lloyd. He left us the voice, and
we're always talking about Brandon Lloyd. Brandon Lloyd is basically part of the podcast. Hey, Brandon Lloyd. How you doing, Brandon Lloyd? Hey, guys, what's up? I'm in the toilet, and I got a second to call you guys, so I just thought I'd call you on. I got Darkstream Jets, and... I'm just kidding. Brandon's
Back.
Absolutely no idea what the fuck just happened
Brandon's the one leaving us the voicemails, dude. Mad shout out to Brandon Lloyd. He lives at 332 Oakhurst Road in Olalapi, Kansas. His phone number is 626-929-9969. There's all of his info.
I got a cousin on Olalapi.
Olalapi. Oh shit. Questions. You guys bring this up? Okay, I'm here. I bet you. Is there a Matt White one? It's always a Matt White one.
No, it's a Matt White one.
Matt's dissed us this week. He must have found a better
What?
podcast. It's not hard.
Matt, what? I'm gonna have a word with that guy. That asshole.
I don't think we keep up our payments, so he stopped being our cheerleader.
Yeah, probably
Matt.
true.
Matt hates us.
Matt
There you go, Iams. Ask the questions. Ryan Gibson at the top.
Ryan Gibson, what do you guys think about Microsoft buying Silent Hills? Well,
Yeah, we talked about that.
we talked about it.
Next
What
part of
does
the question.
Himes think of what he saw on the Portal table? I was watching Ryan Gibson. He was streaming the Portal. Is that FX2?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a really cool table. I mean, I was watching it. It's got the GLaDOS. I think it's voiced by the same chick. It's got the, what was her name?
Yeah.
Shell.
I can't remember the name.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Shell.
it has the chick voice, but the guy voice is horribly wrong.
Is it? But it looked really cool. I was like, this is like a neat idea. Like this is what virtual pinball should be all about.
It does get confusing when you whack the ball through the portal because all of a sudden the ball's somewhere else. It takes you a little bit of time to catch the eye for it to catch your eye, which is why I have such a bad score on that. But I've only played it twice, so.
How do you? I mean, how does it look on your thing? Because I was watching a stream and it looked really good over Twitch.
It's a really nice looking table. It's really smooth. But lately, all the tables from FX2 have been pretty good. They're I don't know if I've turned the corner or not, but the tables have been a lot of fun to play. In Portal, I love the GLaDOS voice, and is it GLaDOS? Whatever.
Yeah, GLaDOS.
It's just her condescending attitude towards you when you fuck up is just hilarious.
And also, Rob, you need to work on that score. Have a great show.
Yeah,
guys.
I've only played it twice, so my score's not too bad for someone who's only played it twice.
I know, Ryan, dude. Why are you getting all great?
I'm sure if I streamed it for 24 hours straight, I'd have a pretty decent score too.
Yeah, Ryan, back off, dude. Rob's our boy, man. You can't. Jeez, man. Your score is definitely way better than mine would be. I suck at pinball. Okay, so moving on. Ryan LePage, do you guys ever look at your backlog of games and think, I'm not going to buy any more games till I finish these? Then you complete Assassin's Creed Unity and think, yep, I deserve a new game now.
No.
I do. I get itchy fingers. If I don't, my friend buys a game and all of a sudden I got a whole bunch of new games on my thing. It gets quite distressing.
You have games that you had no idea you wanted to play, and all of a sudden you're like, ooh, Devil May Cry. Let's check this out.
I was playing Witcher 3 yesterday, and then I got a message pop up saying Elder Scrolls is now downloaded. So, oh fuck, I guess I'll be playing that soon. And I didn't even know I was buying it. So there you go.
I don't really have too many games in my backlog. I mean, I do right now. I got a couple episodes from Telltale, which those are fine for backlog games because I can just go, okay, I got 3 hours. Let me knock this out. Mostly, I finish games. Just even if I'm playing a game for so long where I start getting overwhelmed. Like I'll just go through it. I'll always usually go through it. It's very not very often I kind of leave a game sitting there unless I kind of given up on it. So that's my opinion of it.
I have a stack of games that I haven't finished yet.
I don't like that feeling. It stresses me out. It stresses me out to know oh, I didn't finish this, and every time I see it, it's like, oh, I didn't finish that.
Yeah, I'm quite the opposite. It's kind of cool going through my games list and seeing games that I did enjoy that I get to go back and play. I mean, Wolfenstein's a classic example. I knew that I liked the game, and it'd been sitting on my list for ages, having not been finished, and I finally got the time to go back to play it, and had a great time going through that.
Yeah, we got different minds, Rob. I got a very obsessive mind, so it's basically when I'm playing a game, I know I'm committing to that game and that game only until I'm done with it, for the most part. What about you guys? I know, Rob. I noticed I'll look on your thing and it'll show you have like achievements for like 6 different games. I'm like, oh, you played that one for an hour or that one 10 minutes.
What I'm doing is I'm keeping my achievement streak going. I have like a 90-day achievement streak, so I'm trying to get that to 365 days. I want to get a year streak of games, so you'll see that I'll just have a random 20 points on one particular game in one day. If you see that, then that's pretty much what I'm doing. Because Witcher 3 is hard to get achievements on, so I'll jump into something like Walking Dead and just get an easy achievement and go back and play Witcher 3.
Dude, you're right, man. Witcher 3, I've been playing that for 30 hours and I may have gotten 5 achievements.
It's hard, man. It's fuck. They don't just give out achievements in that game. You've got to work your ass off with them. And I like that.
Brink, dude, what about you, man? You got a backlog?
Yeah, I got a backlog, and I tell myself that all the time. And then I'll be working my way through my backlog, and then I'll get in this weird gaming depression because I've had these same games I've been trying to finish for so long that I'll have this weird gaming depression, and then I need to buy a new game to get me out of it, and then my backlog just grows and grows, and then it freaking stresses me out, just like you say. But it's like there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, you've been
it's a downward spiral.
Well, you've been playing Dragon Age, dude. That's a backlog game for the most part. How long have you been playing that? Like 3 weeks now?
Yeah, I guess about that. I've kind of, I was moving back and forth between that and Destiny for a while, and yeah, I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun with that, so I don't know what I'm gonna do when that's over. To be honest with you, I got a bunch of games I got these backlog games, but I kind of just don't want to play them. But my OCD tells me I need to play them, but my heart says I don't want to play them. So yeah.
Jesus, man, you have. I think all your games are backlog games, right?
Oh, my games are backlog. I got Assassin's Creed. I got Battlefield. I got all these games to beat. Even.
What was the last game you finished?
Including GTA 5 and Elder Scrolls. I mean, what's that? Dragon Age. I still have to beat all that.
You'll never finish Dragon Age.
Yeah, I mean, so it's gonna be impossible for me to finish all these games. I just gotta get as far as I can on all of them. The last one I've been playing a lot of was, like I said, I started Far Cry 4 this week, so maybe I'll play that one first and then try to get to beat it. Hopefully. I don't know.
Sometimes it's really nice to have a short game. Like, everyone complained about the Order being so short, but it was cool. I got the Order. I played through. I took my time with it, and it took me 3 days to beat. And it was like that game was over. And sometimes it's nice to have a shorter experience. Like Wolfenstein, I liked the Old Blood. It was like an 8-hour experience. I got all I needed out of it. It was a really good game, and then I was done.
Yeah.
Witcher is something you jump in not to move forward. It's like, I enjoy this game. I just want to do as much as I can, which is really nice. I'm sure me and Rob, and we'll see if there's anybody in the community that wants to talk Witcher 3 maybe in a couple weeks after we played a little bit more. We'll probably do like an hour podcast strictly on Witcher.
Well, talking about the community, I wanna take a moment for a second and to the community, we haven't really been active on there. You've been the only one who's been active on there, IAMS. And it's because we got a lot of things going on, guys. We plan to do community game night, especially coming up in the summer here, where people don't have to go to school, have more time free to themselves. If you guys want to play Battlefield or Call of Duty or any of these games coming out, Elder Scrolls Online, let us know. We can try to get everybody together and just to play online. It's always fun to play online with the people you know.
Yeah, me and Scott Clark from the Hollywood Outsider were talking about putting together maybe a Titanfall night coming up soon. Maybe get a group of guys together for Titanfall. That's always fun. So.
Titanfall is always fun. It's always easy to just jump in and play a private match or whatever. There's other games as well. Though. If you want to play Battlefield, get in a squad with people, or Call of Duty. It's always good shit. It's always good fun.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. But okay, the next 2 questions are from Brandon Lloyd, which we don't went over his stuff already. Brandon, thanks, dude. Paul, thanks. Ryan, dude, you guys, thanks. And Matt White, you didn't put a question this week, but we know you were thinking about it, so thank you.
He He was.
To be fair, you know, he's got a family now. He's got other priorities.
Oh yeah, he's gonna actually come over. I'm hoping next week to help me put in my power supply and graphics card on my PC, so that shit will be up and running. And that's why I'm giving Matt all these shout outs, because he's gonna come over and help me. It's kind of like I'm like, yeah, Matt,
buttering it up like, yeah, I'm your buddy, Matt. I'm always mentioning you on the podcast.
Wouldn't it be terrible if I opened it up, I opened the case up, and I fucked my whole computer up into my first experience? Like, dude, I don't know. What I'm doing.
Are you supposed to wear like some kind of like static thing where like it takes away the static electricity from you? With, like,
static suit, a hazmat suit, and
no, like legit. Like I think you're supposed to like release the static energy before you put together like your fucking motherboard and all that.
So long as you ground yourself first, you'll be fine.
Ground yourself.
You just don't go in there having walked around on carpet and socks and stick your hand in the computer, because you'll fry your computer.
Don't do a moonwalk on the carpet and then stick your hand
That'll be Iams. That'll be Iams listening to like some fucking Michael Jackson doing a moonwalk across the carpet, then trying to put his computer together.
Oh yeah, I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous just pulling the side case off, dude. To be honest with you, because it's all nervous now because I just bought it.
Are you gonna post like a video of like you building your PC? You should.
I don't know, dude, because I don't know what I'm doing. I wouldn't be no influence on anything. Someone just be like, "What's this idiot doing, dude?"
Oh man, that sounds interesting. It sounds fun, dude. I mean, it sounds exciting. You know.
It does, dude. It sounds fun.
It's fun building computers. It's not so much fun when they blow up in your face.
Yeah, thanks for bringing that to my mind. I'll be thinking about that all the time.
Oh man, I have done it, and I can tell you it is not fun.
And you also modded a Commodore 64 with a fucking paperclip or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why.
That was long before I knew about static energy. Shit. I'm surprised I didn't fry myself when I was a kid. Actually, I did fry myself quite a few times. But
Rob Guyver.
It's what you did, man. It's the only way you could get cheats in the old days.
No, that's cool. That's cool. It reminds me of the 70s show where they like modded that Atari to play like Pong with smaller paddles and shit, and they like got in there and opened it up and they made the paddles real small. That was funny. Cool, dudes.
Stuff, guys. Anyways, I think this is.
I think we're done.
I think we're done. Yeah. Anyways, find us on Facebook. Horrible Gamers Podcast Facebook group. Pretty soon, guys. I believe we've been talking about it a lot lately, and then we're gonna be rebranding our name. So we'll let you all know on the podcast before we make any changes.
Just to be honest, we'll still be talking about it next year.
Yeah.
Hey, here you go.
We're not very good at change.
This is for the community. If you guys come up with any cool ass podcast names, send them to us at horriblegamerspodcast@gmail.com. Send us any cool suggestions, and if they're not taken and they seem really interesting, they will be considered. We're looking for something.
Yeah, we're looking for a new name, something new, something. You know, it's because we've come across the fact of the matter is that there's actually other people out there that use Horrible Gamers, and they use it for either YouTube videos or even podcasts or even game developing. And yeah, we don't want to get into any legal troubles with them, you know.
Well, the game developed thing is Horrible Games.
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar.
Who don't speak English? I think they're pretty safe there. But hey.
Yeah, but I mean, you never know. We just want to cover all our bases, you know. And if whatever you suggest is taken, then we won't mention it. But if it's not taken, then we will surely enough give you credit, and
no, we'll claim it for ourselves.
We'll change our name to whatever that is. Anyways, I'm Jesus Walks a Lot. Find me on Xbox Live. I'll probably be playing Halo ODST this week or something Halo because when Hook brought that up, I feel like I need to play Halo. And Far Cry 4. Take it easy, guys.
Hey, I am Sean Fuller. They call me Iams. So find me on all platforms as They Call Me Iams. Also, follow me on Twitter if you like at They Call Me Iams, and follow our Twitter account at Horrible Gamers. I'm trying to get the whole Twitter thing going. I'm on there every day checking it and keeping whatever going. So
hashtag HGZP.
Hashtag your mama. But yeah, you Horrible Gamers. Yeah, please follow us and trying to give
Yeah,
away
so if you
codes on there when I can. So
Yeah. So there will be codes given away on Twitter, so come follow and get free stuff
yes.
when we can afford it, which isn't very often, so maybe once a year. Might be biannual, actually. Maybe try. Oh.
Yep. I'm Break of Eternity on Xbox Live. You can find me on there. I'll probably be playing some Borderlands over the next week, so if you want to play, let me know.
And
Have a good night.
King of Zed. Goodbye.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead. I wasn't paying attention. So
I was cool with that. I'll only be playing Witcher 3, so don't bug me. Fuck off.
Thank you. Good night.
All right.